episode, trains coming off the rails. Watch it all burn from the screen on your phone. But don't you worry about it, you're safe at home. Every talking head will tell you everything's fine. It's the blind leading the blind. Yeah, it's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that is the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on. Well, the world's strongest man just dropped the ball, and the tent's caving in from the weight of it all. Yeah, the lion's out the cage, puppets in a rage, and the ringleader's on parade. It's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that is the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on.
Come on! Witness the greatest show on earth! Ignore the flames!
It's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that is the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on.
Sorry, I love that song. Hey, happy Tuesday. We're all here. Yay. It's one of them days, you guys. Telling you. I think I got all my shit together and then I don't. Oh, well. All we can do is try, right? My lighting's off. I don't know. I give up. I feel orange. Maybe I needed to be orange. Maybe I know I love that song. We're going to redo the video on it, but I think we're going to keep the song. We are going to shorten the song, though, because we have some people that are a bit impatient and, 2 minutes or, I don't know, a minute and a half is too much for them. I mentioned LWTF maker. I didn't say anything. No names were mentioned. LWTF maker. Anyways, so Trump. Dude's a busy man. He keeps me busy. Let me just tell you that. He makes it hard for me to get other shit done. Because I'm too busy constantly looking at his shit and what he's doing. And I got my own shit to do. But it's okay. It's gorgeous here today. Hope everybody's got wonderful weather there, wherever they are. Yep, I think so too, Wanda. Update we're just gonna redo the video part, but leave the song because we love that song. That Mouse and AV couldn't have picked a better song, for certain. So yeah, Mishka got boobies. And I hate to tell her, but if the deal is she can only give them to the second person, that second person I don't think's going to take them. Right, Flatty? Flatty don't like boobies. She thinks they're yucky. Or something. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. She may not think they're yucky at all. I should have watched myself. So, hey, Mishka and Flatty and Mr. Andy and Miss Ann. How are you, darling? And Miss Wanda. Well, I got all the important people. So that's good. The rest, well, sorry for your luck. They miss out. Oh, Dave's kicking up the rear. And Wolfie. Did you see me in there? I love her. I really do love her. I was late to hers too. I actually did. I joined her membership. You know, there I don't necessarily want to join everybody's, but I felt like she's a good one to support. She gets her little butt out there and does everything she can to make sure we're all informed. So yeah, Caitlin Bennett. It is, what's the name of her channel? Liberty Hangout. Wolfie. Thank you, sir. So yeah, what else do I know? Yep, Liberty Hangout. I've been trying to switch over to from Pepsi to something that's better for you. I used to drink Squirt. Before, when I quit drinking Pepsi, I drank Squirt. But I know that's really not any better for me with all the sugar. So I'm drinking a Pepsi now, but I've been drinking those, what the hell are they called? The Poppy. They're supposed to be way better for you. Calories are only like 30 or 40. And then there's another one, Il Poppy or something. Lily Poppy. I don't know. So I've been trying those out. We'll see. I got to tell you, they're not cheap. Like, oh, we'll give them to you on sale for 3 for, what was it? I think it was 3 for $6. Or that you could buy 4 for $10. No. Oh. Look who showed up. It's about time he gets back in the swing of things. How are you, LW? Beer is low in sugar, right? I don't like taste of beer. Ugh. I don't like beer and I don't like football. I know, I'm weird. I can't be American, can I? You don't drink beer either. You thumbs up in me that you're going to come up here and get back in the swing of things? Is that what you're telling me, LW? I went and picked berries today. Here's some of them. I threw some in a bowl just so you guys could see. I'm impressed. Let me show you some good ones. I was trying to find the big old fat ones. Some of them are really fat, but I don't know. Some of them are way bigger than that. But, man, they're good. My grandson and I grazed on them twice yesterday. I was out there grazing on them today. I think my daughter's dog got a hold of them. She said, don't feed her human food. Oops. I didn't give her any, though. She just found them on the ground. What, sports drink, coffee? You don't drink beer. That's what I meant. Yeah, I'm trying to stick with better stuff, but yes, blackberries. They were big. I mean, I couldn't believe how many were on this time. Way more than last year. And I think there would have been more, but I seen that my landscapers were out there whacking them away. I wasn't real happy to see that, but I let them go on with their bullshit. I've learned to try to Maybe that's better. I don't know. I feel like I know I gotta wake up. But yeah, I wasn't real impressed with that. They whacked a bunch of them off that had a bunch of flowers on them, which would have meant they've been berries. Can't talk tonight. Not sure what the deal is. Hi, Callie. How are you? Beer. Well, my kids tell me not to drink. I say lay down the cookie. Right? Don't tell me. What else? Okay, so I only have 17 of you in here, but it's the most important 17, except that the people that have donated to me, y'all bought me. You bought me something. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it all. Okay. This is definitely going to take a little bit of getting used to. So I did one video and I put it up, but I put it with a song that GoPro has a bunch of different songs that you could use. Oh, well, wouldn't you know it? They copyrighted me on that. So I got to get with Fools because I think he has an app that's going to fix that for me. Uh-oh, I opened that wrong. Shit. That's not good. Well, that worked out okay. Okay, but all the gadgets and shit that comes with this thing, it's incredible. So I did pay more for the accessories, which was about $100 more. I think it was less than that, but that's, what it looked like. It was close to it. But it gave me everything. This thing works really well. As soon as I can get it untangled from all the shit. This thing. What a handy little thing. So you put it on your windshield, and then you can move this part of it any way you want. You clip it your camera on right here, and then you can move it anywhere you want to move it. It is slick as shit. I love this thing. This is probably the one I love the most. I do like the chest strap, except for I'm kind of concerned about the bounce. Maybe I need to learn to walk without a bounce. I don't know if that's going to happen because I'm a big bouncer, but I'm going to get this shit figured out. I do love it though. It's so tiny. Look at that. It's just little. Super little. Look at me yawning already. Sorry. Don't know why. What else do I know? So yeah, it came with all kinds of shit. I bought an extra card to go with it. All that good shit. Can't wait to give you guys obviously more videos. Right now, I'm still not sure how I'm going to do this. I was thinking about setting up a whole new channel, but fuck, that's a lot of work. And not only that, I then have to grow the channel. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm in a video and it's going to go someplace, but I might end up doing what Fool says and just stick it right on this channel, and y'all are just going to have to deal with it. What's up, Baker? Yeah. So yeah, I put the video up and had to take it back down. I'll put another one up at some point, but you have a couple of channels, don't you? I do, but the other one, it only has like 40 subs. I'd have to grow it, and I don't want to go through that. I just don't want to have to. I mean, it took me a long time to get this channel to 1,000. So, but I got to figure something different out. I can't do shorts forever regarding Trump. I'm afraid they're going to tag my ass in it for I don't know what you call it, but not using my own material, which is what it boils down to. I don't know how I'm going to do it. We'll figure it out. Certainly we'll figure it all out. And what else? You see my last one? Yeah, that's the one I had to take down because they were not happy with it. Well, actually, they took it down. They blocked it. So I just deleted it. I have it saved on my GoPro. But I need to change the music on it. And I'm going to have to change the music on it after Fools dials me in, I think. I don't know. I might have to do something different. I don't know. I think that's what Fools was talking about, was music before. I can't remember. Shit, too much shit in my head. I think that's what it was, though. What was it? It was my video, and they copywrote me and blocked my video from my GoPro. So I got to figure something different. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not traveling yet, but I'm constantly hiking and, we're trying to get out lots more now. So, and Marv's finally into it now, I think. I think I got him back to, okay, we're going to start getting out more. So, if I want to be able to spend time with you guys, I got to do it with videos. Well, of course, I'll still do live streams when I can, but once I start traveling, it will all change. I don't know. That'll be a little scary. Yeah. But it'll be all right. We'll be fine. All right. So, what do I know about all the Trump shit? Well, for one, he's mad at Putin. He's not happy with him. They had a talk 2 days ago, and now Trump's pissed that he's not happy about it. And then Trump got Cambodia and Thailand to chill the hell out. So they came to a truce or some shit. And then there's still, lo and behold, all kinds of shit going on regarding the whole Epstein thing. I was watching, I can't remember what his name is. I want to say his name's Levi, but I don't think that's what it is. He has a channel, We Are Change. He used to be with Tim Pool, and he left and went out on his own. He went to the island. Him and another dude got on there and was on there for Luke. Thank you, Baker. And they were on there for about a half hour and basically ran around trying to get, look at as much shit before they got caught, because obviously they're still, which is weird. Dude's dead. And there's caretakers. Who's paying for these caretakers? Like to take care of Epstein Island. Anyways, in this island, like everything's taken care of. Like all the buildings, like not, it's weird. It's really weird. Why are you questioning me, Fear? Just kidding, maybe? Hello, call me drunk. I do. To sleep and wake up. I'm smarter than sober. Veer, look at you. You're distracting me. Stop it. So, anyways, Trump's little golf thing. I'm sure LW would love to visit about Trump's new golf course. Somebody said he did it just for his business. You were answering me about the island? Oh. I know, but didn't he lose all that? Because I would have thought, like in Monopoly, you fucking go to jail, you lose all your money. Isn't that how that works? Maybe not. Who knows? Yes, your golf course. Aren't you excited about a golf course? And where was it? Where do you build the Scotland? Is that where it was? He was visiting with that president. I think it was. And you know what I know it's something really trippy is I didn't even know. See, this is how much I don't care about other countries. Sorry, but I don't. No, sorry. I didn't even know Cambodia and Thailand were fighting. Did y'all know that they were fighting? I had no idea. Well, you definitely obvious. I mean, you're probably right, AMC. No idea. Oh, they only started fighting last week? No way, Wolf. Are you serious? Really? Did they just start fighting last week and then they stopped? What did he do? Tell him you guys fight and then I can look like we're breaking it up? Please don't tell me that's what he did. Oh, Lord. Okay, I got to go see now. Oops. There's no way. Ah! No fucking way. Oh my God. You weren't joking. That is nuts. Okay. Do you really believe that they just started fighting on May 28th? Oh, wait, no. In 2025, tensions increased in several disputed areas along the border, especially with clashes in the area of Chongbuk Pass on the 28th of May. Following several diplomatic and political incidences, the crises broke out into an open armed conflict on the 24th of July. Mm-mm. You know what? Oh, sorry, honey. I will share it. I'm sorry, Flatty. It's basically AI telling us what the deal is there. Okay, so. You guys. Can't be. Do you all think that it's like that it's legit? China stepped in to negotiate as well, and Cambodia already broke the ceasefire. Right. I did see something about that. It just seems weird to me. That was a quick war, wasn't it? Do they normally have wars that are that quick? See, I told you, I'm into political shit here. There's so much shit right here in our own backyard. To go beyond that is just more than my little brain can handle. It seems strange. You can't be serious. I'm sorry, but so I thought we would listen to some of his I don't know if anybody listened to him today while he was on the plane, and it was just an audio only. Oh, shoot. Okay, did I miss anything? I'm fighting over the girls in Bangkok. Okay. All right, Ann. You walk them doggers. We'll look at this. Do I have to drop that down? I do, don't I? Have to stop it and then reshare. I need to figure that out. This one? This one. Share. And okay. Here we go.
Time in beautiful Scotland. We did a lot of work with the European Union, and yesterday I spent pretty much a whole day with the Prime Minister of UK, and we had a lot of good discussions. Although I see something came up today which is interesting. So, go ahead. Hello.
Hi, Mr. President.
Can we ask about that? Can we ask about that, please? On Gaza, Sir Keir Starmer has just announced the UK will recognise Palestinian sovereignty in September if Israel does not commit to a ceasefire, ease the suffering in Gaza, and commit to a long-term solution that would deliver the two-state solution in the Middle East. Did you know that was coming? What is your response?
We never discussed it, surprisingly. It was never really discussed. Maybe a little bit at the news conference, but he was sort of discussing it with you. We never did discuss it, and we have no view on that. We're going to get a lot of money to the area so they can get some food. He's going to also. I think the European Union is going to put up money too for food, and hopefully it's going to be properly distributed, and it will be. I think it will be. We have some pretty good response on people for the distribution of the food.
Mr. President.
We want to take it one thing at a time. They need food, and they need people to be able to get them the food.
But to follow up on that, I mean, is there any use at all in pressuring Israel now to come to some sort of longer-term solution, or at least
you could make the case that you're rewarding people, that you're rewarding Hamas if you do that, and I don't think they should be rewarded. So I'm not in that camp, to be honest. We'll let you know where we are in, but I am not in that camp.
Mr. President,
because if you do that, you really are rewarding Hamas, and I'm not about to do that.
Mr. President, you mentioned setting up food centers. When can we expect to see
Very
those
soon.
food centers?
Yeah, very soon. So we said $60 million. That's a lot of money for food, a lot of money that can take care of people for a long time. And we want to make sure it's being spent properly. And part of the spending is the distribution. If you know, a lot of money's been sent by other countries, but nothing compared to us. But a lot of things are stolen. They send money, they send food, and Hamas steals it. So it's a tricky little game. But we're going to make sure we have some very good people. They're going to be watching it.
Who is going to be running those food centers for you, and what kind of oversight
Well,
can
we're
we
going to be
expect?
dealing with Israel, and we think they can do a good job of it. And they want to do it.
Of monitoring the food centers?
No, they want to do it. The food centers, yeah. They want to preside over the food centers to make sure the distribution is proper.
Vice President, we all had a great time seeing that beautiful course, but there's some critics who say this was a promotional trip for you and your business. That it promoted you and your business personally. What do you say to that?
I haven't heard that, no. I haven't heard that. Did you get to see my drive in the first hole?
Straight.
Wait.
Oh,
We heard this was a promotional trip. No, I hadn't heard that. Did you see my drive on the first day? Dude, I do want to learn to troll like he trolls. I have to say. Even though he's irritating the hell out of me, I still want to learn to troll how he trolls.
That's no Joe Biden, let me tell you. That's not Biden, right? That was a good drive.
When did you last speak to Prime Minister Netanyahu, and when will you speak to him
2 days
again?
ago.
How many?
2 days ago.
When do you think you'll speak to
We sent money, and I want to make sure the money is spent wisely and it's spent judiciously, and that food is distributed in a proper manner. And he wants to do that.
Mr. President, you've talked about moving Palestinians out of Gaza. You said that in the past. Do you still support that idea?
It's a concept that some people fell in love with and some people don't. We really have to see how it all works out before we do that. But, you could do something spectacular, but that's a different concept. You could also probably do it if you left some. Some are leaving automatically, you know that. Some would like to leave. I think many would like to leave if they were given an alternative. They really have no alternative now. But certainly that was a concept that was really embraced by a lot of people. But also some people didn't like it.
Prime Minister Starmer, he was kind of critical of Israel and said more pressure needed to be put on Israel to allow food to get in at speed. Do you feel that Israel is a good?
I think Israel wants to do it. Actually, I think Israel wants to do that. They're going to want to, and I can tell you.
Flatty, I gotta say, you're the first person that come to my head when he said, "Oh no, I don't think there's an issue with free speech there. I think they're just doing just fine." Really? Have you asked the people in UK? Because I'm pretty sure they'd have something else to tell you. Yeah, I thought that was bullshit.
That they want to do it. They don't want Hamas stealing the money or stealing the food, and that's what they've been doing.
Do you think Israel can be trusted to allow more food in faster?
I think Israel wants to do it, and they'll be good at doing it. If they do it, and if they really want to do it.
Yeah, do you see that? So there's lots of comments that Flatty she'll comment, but they yank it before it can even come, before I can even see it. I don't see it in YouTube, and I don't see it in StreamYard. So they totally stifle these guys. It's such bullshit.
And I think they do. They'll do a good job. The food will be properly.
There's a perception maybe that Keir Starmer didn't do so well in the press conference yesterday. Do you have any words of support for him?
But he did well in the press conference, and I thought, I think they made a good deal. I think we all made a good deal. Why are you hearing otherwise? I guess.
Yeah. That was maybe a little weak and didn't really have very strong answers, and maybe wasn't entirely honest about free speech and immigration.
I like him. I think he's good. I think he's a great representative for UK. I haven't heard that.
In your meeting with John
Oh,
Sweeney
see, they
today-
took out part of her word. So she said, I have noticed tonight that they have taken out the words Keir Starmer and see the word lying fucking asshole is the same comment. I'll say it for you. I ain't afraid, buddy. I'll say it for you. Fuck 'em. Hey, Sherry. How are you, honey? Bastards.
Did you offer to drop tariffs on Scotch whiskey? Did you have
We
a
really didn't discuss it much, but I have a lot of respect for him.
Mr. President,
And I didn't have a lot of respect for the woman that preceded him. I thought she was terrible as a First Minister of Scotland. But I think John is doing a very good job as First Minister.
Mr. President, your Treasury Secretary and Howard
Right.
Lutnick, Secretary of Commerce, the China talks wrapped today. Any sort of reaction coming out of the meeting? They're extending the truce. Are you pleased with that? Would you like to?
I just had a phone call from Scott Bessent, and they had a very good meeting with China. And it seems that, they're going to brief me tomorrow. We'll either approve it or not. But he felt very good about the meeting. Better than he felt yesterday. Yesterday I said, "Ooh, here we go again. Here we go again." But today it worked out very well.
And
I think the result is probably.
I saw a report from Reuters that India is preparing to face higher U.S. tariffs between 20 and 25%. Is that what you're tracking, or what do you think the rate will be for
that
India?
they are going to pay 25%.
Yeah, that India is preparing to face higher U.S. tariffs between 20 and 25%.
Yeah, I think so. Look, they're my friends, and he's my friend. And, they ended the war with Pakistan at my request, and that was great. And Pakistan did also. We did a lot of great settlements, including the recent one, as you know, with Cambodia, So that was a great one. I think that's been pretty well finalized now, right?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Did I do a good job in that one? I did a good job in about 5 different wars. Do you think I'll get credit for it? No.
So,
Will I get credit for it? She'll say yes.
is the deal with India finalized?
No, it's not.
Okay. So what rate are you expecting?
Well, we're
it
going to see. We're
Okay.
going to see. But India's been a good friend, but India has charged basically more tariffs than almost any other country. You know that, right? Over the years. But now I'm in charge, and you just can't do that. I think the trade deals are working out very well, hopefully for everybody, but for the United States, they're very, very good.
Mr. President, on the Wall Street Journal case, lawyers are seeking to depose Rupert Murdoch. Can you say what the lawyers hope to get out of that?
No, we're going to see. It's in the lawyers' hands. I've been treated very unfairly by the Wall Street Journal on everything. I don't know. They even hired people from the Washington Post, third-rate reporters, gossip-type reporters. It's all gossip. And, I've been treated badly by the Wall Street Journal. I would have assumed that Rupert Murdoch controls it, but, maybe does, maybe doesn't. They are talking to us about doing something, but we'll see what happens. Maybe they would like us to drop that. And so we'll see.
Does that mean they're settling costs?
Yeah, they want to settle it.
With money involved?
He's treated us wrong. When I get treated unfairly, I do things about it. So we'll see what happens.
On Gaza, last week you were rather dismissive of President Macron when he recognised the Palestinian state. Today you're saying you don't really...
That's his opinion. He can have an opinion. It doesn't mean I have to agree. Emmanuel's a good man. He works hard. Got a lot to say about everything.
But now you're saying you're not taking a view on Sir Keir Starmer's announcement. Does that mean your view is
I
evolving?
guess Starmer is doing the same as Macron, right? He's basically, is he saying the same thing? I think so. Essentially, they're saying the same thing. And that's okay. But, it doesn't mean I have to agree.
Mr. President, you said yesterday your falling out with Jeffrey Epstein was over him taking some of the workers from your business. But your administration in the past said that you threw him out because he was a creep. So can you explain that discrepancy?
Maybe they're the same thing, it's sort of a little bit of the same thing. But no, he took people that worked for me, and I told him don't do it anymore, and he did it. And I said, stay the hell out of here.
So we know which one he took, right? We know, we know he took more than one. But the one that he took that ended up supposedly committing Harry Carey.
Mm-hmm.
What was her name?
Something Guthrie.
Yeah. She had 2 last names, didn't she, or something?
Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Glad you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, I'd rather be on vacation, thanks.
Well, vacation was absolutely fun, but you know how they are. They're exhausting, too.
I know. You go home to get a vacation.
Yeah, and then when I came back, it's busier than when I left. It's all this catch up and busy week so far.
Yes.
But it was well worth the vacation.
Good.
When you got like 16 people and kids and stuff like that, it's up at the crack of dawn. People want to go to the lake. People want to go swimming. Everybody has to cook for 16 people. And then we have this and that. And then it's lunchtime. And then it's go.
Yeah. I just watched it. I had no idea you mentioned the lake and all that. There's a YouTube channel I watch called The Arms Family.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a retired cop. He lives in Oklahoma, Texas area. I think it's Oklahoma. But anyways, he bought a boat and they bought a lake house.
Mm-hmm.
And they took all their family down there and went down there this last weekend. That's when they posted the videos. And I thought it was really cool because this boat, I didn't realize what a wakeboard meant. Okay, so I thought you still had to hold on to the rope when you got behind the boat on a wakeboard. But you don't. You can let go of the rope if you're in the wake and ride behind the boat for a really long time as long as you stay in that zone.
Yeah, I've never done.
Oh, it's so cool.
I've never done that.
Oh, it's super cool. I was like, I had to show it to Marvin. I'm like, have you ever seen this? He's like, that's why they call them wakeboards. I'm like, oh, duh. Shit, I had no idea. Yeah, I thought it was really cool though. Learned something new. Yeah, AMC, I did watch that, and I think they're exactly right. The Redacted show, I don't know if anybody's seen it, and it's regarding the AI, the globalists, and how they are basically, they're against us, and they're going to alter humanity and reduce the population. What we've already been saying all along, but the Redacted show goes quite in depth into the whole thing. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I would show it, but I'm afraid they would get me, or otherwise I would show their video. But I'm afraid they'll zap me if I try to show their video. All right, let's see what else he's got to say about this.
So is that what was meant by being a creep? I'm the travel pool, but I'm with NBC News.
NBC fake news. Okay. NBC's one of the worst. What else do you have?
I was on Air Force One, the new Air Force One. When do you expect to be flying on the new Air Force One?
They say February, maybe? Much sooner than the others. The others are being built. Long time build. That's a long time build. Now, They're not normal 747s. They, have a lot of things on them that another plane wouldn't have. But we'll get this one a year and a half, 2 years earlier.
How much will it cost to retrofit it?
I don't know. It's up to the military. I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't been involved. It's their plane. It's, the Air Force. They'll be spending an amount of money. It is a different plane because it becomes for military use. So, but I don't know what the number is.
Questions about whether the amount that it'll cost in the hundreds of millions of dollars, whether that's worth it, since considering how little time you'll be able to use it.
It's a great plane. It's one of the best planes in the world. The Air Force is going to have it. We're going to have a great 747. We need it. If you look at this plane, it's 32, 34, 35. I don't know. It's old. It's a good plane, but it's old. Can't get parts for it anymore. It's very hard to get parts. They have to go and take from the older planes. So it was time. When you look at 747s and the heads of state from, especially the Arab countries, you look at from Saudi Arabia, from some of those countries, and you put it next to this, it doesn't show well for the United States. And if you remember, it was Obama that wanted to get the plane. He was the one ready to sign a contract. And because he wanted to sign it, I assumed they paid too much. And I was able to get about $1.7 billion off the price, maybe $1.5 billion to $1.7 billion off the price for the exact same plane. And they're building it, but they're taking a lot longer than they should have taken.
There's a report that a Secret Service agent tried to get his wife onto a support plane for this mission.
That's a weird deal.
Are you
leave the wife in the car? Wouldn't you think that might be a little dangerous? I don't know if that has proper compression. I don't know. That's a strange one. I just heard that 2 minutes ago. I think Sean's taking care of it.
Mr. President, you talked on Russia.
Is that a serious story?
I think it's well.
Keep her in the car, and she's going to be in a freighter.
Well, you tell me the details.
Those freighters that don't have,
You said just keep her in the car. Tell us how it was going to work.
I don't want to get involved, but it's a strange story. I just heard that one.
Mr. President, you said that you were going to
The British farmers are so grateful for what you said yesterday about the importance of farming, because we have changed inheritance tax with death taxes.
Farmers are so important. Some farmers are, they liked what I said on a couple of things yesterday. They liked what I said for the farm. I'm a big farmer person. I love the farmers. I think they're great. And we have to steer the laws so the farmers don't get hurt in our country and in their country. But Europe has a big immigration problem. They also liked when I said that they have one of the worst mayors anywhere in the world in London. He's a horrible mayor, nasty guy, stupid guy in my opinion, but he's a nasty man. And I want nothing to do with him, but I didn't think it was a big statement. And so many people said, thank you for saying that. He's a bad guy. Khan is his name, I guess. He's done a lousy job, I can tell you that. A terrible mayor.
Mr. President,
but people liked it so much when I said that.
Mr. President, yesterday you mentioned that you would change the Russia deadline to 10 to 12 days. Has that started yet, or when can we, see the official statement that is the new deadline?
I'll tell you what. I'll give it to you now. Do you want a big scoop?
Yes, please.
Everybody else, close your ears. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
10 days from today.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Good.
Have you communicated?
We have a scoop.
Thank you.
And then, we're going to put on tariffs and stuff, and I don't know if it's going to affect Russia, because he wants to obviously probably keep the war going, but we're going to put on tariffs and the various things that you put on. It may or may not affect them, but it could.
Have you any of the families of the victims of the Manhattan shooting?
I don't want to tell you that. I don't want to tell you that.
Have you spoken
That's a
with
very,
Mayor
that's a
Adams?
very, boy, that's a bad one. That's a bad one, but I won't tell you about that.
Have you talked to Mayor Adams? Have you spoken with Mayor
I have,
Adams?
yeah.
One of the other things our readers liked from yesterday was when you were talking so forcefully about illegal immigration in the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
One of the big political flashpoints is migrant hotels, where people are being put up while their claims are processed. People see it as a source of
Beautiful luxury
insecurity.
hotels.
They also think there's low security and it's a problem for their communities. Is that appropriate, or does Britain need an alligator Alcatraz?
It's not alligator. It's just that they're putting people in luxury hotels, And other people that are working their asses off are living, from hand to mouth. They're not living the same way. I mean, I looked at some of the hotels they're using, and they've done it in our country also. They put them in like the best hotels anywhere in the world because they could get rooms there. Thousands of dollars a night. And other people are living out on the streets, including our veterans. They can't get a room. Our veterans are living on the streets. There are pictures of our veterans saying right by the door where they're walking in to live. And the veterans are sitting out on the sidewalk in front of a fancy hotel. And the illegals are coming into that hotel and staying there for a week. That's no good.
Just to button up on Mar-a-Lago, you're saying that Jeffrey Epstein poached 2 of your staffers. Who were they? Were they
I don't
young?
want to say 2, or I don't want to say any number. You're talking about many years ago. But yeah, he took people. And because he took people, I said, don't do it anymore. They work for me. And he took, beyond that, he took some others. And once he did that, that was the end of him. I didn't like, when they steal people, I don't like it.
Did anybody ever go to prison for a social media post?
Are you saying that that's taking place in the UK?
Yeah. Oh,
really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hearing that. Well, I looked at him yesterday. Well, they said they canceled Truth Social. I'll bet it's uncanceled very quickly. I'll bet it's uncanceled. Yeah. No, it's a little different. It's different. I see it in some countries that you would never suspect it. Not only there. I've seen it in other countries where, they're like bread and pudding countries, I think, and then all of a sudden they become somewhat violent. When people go socialistic, or when you get the radical left or the left going in, the countries actually become very mean. They become 2 things, mean and incompetently run simultaneously. How is Caroline doing? Is she doing a good job? Look at her. She's such a star. Come on, Caroline. Come here.
Chloe wanted to watch, sir.
Chloe, do you want to come over? Chloe is she's a great golfer, a great talented golfer. She's probably the most talented golfer other than Kai, but I think it's about the same, right? Don't you think?
Yeah.
She hits the ball long. This little girl has a lot of muscle, right?
Yeah.
So, and she wins every tournament she plays in of her age.
She had a fun weekend. Yes, very fun.
You love golf, right?
Yes.
But she's a great athlete.
How did the golf course play today? And be
Great.
honest, did anyone in your foursome hit that massive bunker on the night?
That is a massive bumper. Fortunately, nobody did. Well, I played 2 of the guys who were pros and really good players. One of them won the tournament last year, and you could see they were very good players.
Who at the moment holds the course record?
Well, we played a first round. We only played 1 round. This was our first round, so I'd have to go into that exactly. But they're 2 really good players. One of them, is the one who, the story. Beam. You know who that is?
You might have to tell me.
So he took Tiger, I guess, to 18 holes. Tiger, went wild with his putting, meaning he started dropping putts from all over the place, and Tiger took him. But that's the quality, they're really good players. We had, those 2 guys and terrific guys, 2 terrific guys. We had a good time. But I was watching, the only shot that mattered to me was the driver in the first hole, because if I would have missed it, you would not have let me forget it.
Did you take a bit of a practice? You were on the driving range beforehand?
I did. I hit some balls on the driving range. It's a great course. It's a great course. It's been fantastic. I built one, and then I had to build this one, otherwise you would have lost your zoning. You have like a certain period of time to build it. So they built it, it opened. My son did a very good job on building it.
You said you thought it would be the last dune course. Are you talking about environmental regulations? You think
We obey the regulations, the environmental regulations. You really want to, and it's top of the line. It's really, the pros were saying this is as good as any course they've ever played. It's as good as it gets.
The course was surrounded by windmills. Did you talk to Stormer about?
I did.
The
Yeah,
windmills,
I think windmills are a disgrace. I think they hurt everything they touch. They're ugly. They're very inefficient. It's the most expensive form of energy there is. People hate it when they become visible from their house. When you see them from a house, the value goes down by 50% and more. They make noise. When they're out in the ocean, they're bad for the sea life, very bad for the whales, obviously, because They wash up on shore like 9 times more than they did without them. No, they are really bad, and they cost a lot of money. You know, there's not a wind farm that's put up without subsidy. So instead of making money, what they should do is open up the whole North Coast oil. They have tremendous oil right there, right where we played. And they've made it impossible for people to drill. It's crazy. It's, that's one of the best oil areas in the world. They made it impossible for people to take it out. Instead, they put up these ugly windmills all over the country and all over the world. I don't know what it is. Nobody likes them. They have the greatest lobby, but it's starting. I think I'm starting to get to it now. They're bad energy. They look bad. They kill the birds. They're really terrible things. And it's the most expensive energy of any energy there is. And in fact, not every, I guess, I don't know, maybe some, but almost every windmill put up needs subsidy from the government. So instead of making money, they lose money. And that's why UK energy costs are very high. Because when we were flying over to the plane, they're all over the place. It's terrible. It's a terrible thing. I'll say it till I can't speak anymore. And I think we are having an impact. And they're starting to take a lot of windmills down. I mean, they're literally starting to take them down. They don't work, they're bad, and they're too costly. And every year you see them up there, the government is paying a lot of money. Whereas if you have oil, if you have other forms of energy, you make money on it. In other words, you bring down taxes.
Well, your friend Bryson DeChambeau said LIV tour players weren't playing enough linked golf. Is that something we might see at the...
Well, links golf is just different golf. It's quite a bit different. I love Bryson. Bryson's great. He's a great player, very powerful guy, long hitter, great putter, great everything. And it's interesting because he plays well in links course.
But is that in the future for the greatest 36?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, we have a tournament this weekend there, and we have another tournament next weekend, big tournaments.
We were doing so good, and then he went to sports.
The Irish Open at Doonbeg. You know, I have a course in Doonbeg in Ireland, and we have a lot of great tournaments coming to my. I build the best courses. That's not only said by me; that's said by everybody.
Dr. Russia, sir, since you made the announcement of the 10 to 12 days, have you gotten any feedback, or any officials gotten any feedback that it had a response that Russia is going to do something?
I haven't had any response. It's a shame. So I used to say to you, 5,000 people die a week. Now it's 7,000 people are dying a week. Mostly Ukrainian and Russian soldiers, but people also from having bombs dropped on their head. It's a disgusting war.
How worried are you on the oil markets if you were to put sanctions on Russia?
I don't worry about it. We have so much oil in our country. We'll just step it up even further. I mean, oil is down pretty low right now. We'll step it up even further.
I heard you mention compression. How were you feeling out there when you were playing? Like, how did you feel? Because I think it's the first time you played since you saw the doc, right?
I felt good. I thought it was great. I thought the course was great. It looks even more beautiful than I thought. You know, we did the first one like 12 years ago, and it's gotten tremendous reviews. It's one of the best courses in the world, and I had the other piece of land to do this one, also on the ocean and the North Sea. And we really have, and by the way, the North Sea is the exact term for the oil. They have among the greatest reserves. It's tremendous, and they're not using it. Instead, they're putting up these stupid windmills. It's so crazy. UK could reduce their energy costs by 70% if they would use the North Sea oil. It just doesn't make sense. It's just not a liberal thing to do, but it's becoming more a liberal thing to do. I love being out there. It was great. Good feeling.
Mr. President, UK and the US both have increasingly unhealthy populations.
Is that what they say?
Well, we do, don't we?
Well, I can see it.
I'm interested in the work that makes America healthy again.
I can see it. I should think about it for myself. Bobby's doing a great job. People are loving Bobby Kennedy and the whole group, Dr. Oz, Marty McCary. We have a fantastic group, and you're going to see a lot of things happening over the next couple of months. I mean, true activists. And, you know, they're going with the science. And, you know, if you take a look at some of the problems, some of the diseases that are coming up to a level that we've never seen before, there's something wrong. There's something wrong, and I think we're going to solve the problem, but he's really working hard. All we're doing now is statistics, and I think we're going to make a big change. We're going to save a lot of lives. You know, when the babies are born and they end up having problems that they've never had before, and by like 15 and 20 times more. So there's something wrong, and we're going to find what it is pretty soon. We think pretty soon.
Mr. President, Epstein has a certain reputation, obviously. But just curious, were some of the workers that were taken from you, were some of them young women?
Were some of them
young women?
Well, I don't want to say, but everyone knows the people that were taken. And it was the concept of taking people that work for me is bad. But that story's been pretty well out there. And the answer is yes, they were.
Yes, they were young women?
What did they do?
In the spa.
In the spa?
Yeah, people that work in the spa. I have a great spa, one of the best spas in the world at Mar-a-Lago. And people were taken out of the spa, hired by him. In other words, gone. And other people would come and complain, this guy is taking people from the spa. I didn't know that. And then when I heard about it, I told them, I said, listen, we don't want you taking our people, whether it was spa or not spa. I don't want him taking people. And he was fine, and then not too long after that, he did it again, and I said, out of here.
Mr. President, did one of those stolen, persons, that include Virginia Jeffrey?
I don't know. I think she worked at the spa. I think so. I think that was one of the people, yeah. He stole her. And by the way, she had no complaints about us, as you know. None whatsoever.
We've seen how good your security detail is this weekend. The team around you are amazing.
Good job.
Amazing. Do you have any answers yet as to what happened with the assassination attempt? Having seen them in action, it seems remarkable that was
You mean the
able to
assassination
happen.
they just weren't as good that day. They had a bad day. They shouldn't have had a roof that was, unpatrolled. They should have had coordination with the local police because, you had a lot of talk going on. You had the woman screaming, there's a man up there with a gun. And a number of people were screaming, there's a guy up there with a gun. And they didn't have, the one group wasn't hooked into the other group. I'll tell you, the Secret Service shooter, David, was amazing. Because in 4 seconds, it was over. And if this lunatic was allowed to keep shooting, because they had a lot of tens of thousands of people there, so a lot of people could have been killed. I mean, we lost a great person and 2 people very badly injured. But the shooter, 1 bullet, think of that, 1 bullet from a very far distance. It's amazing. So he was great.
Do you feel like it's changed you as a person?
I don't know, maybe and maybe not, but it's, I like to not think about it. It affects some people greatly. I can't afford to be affected because I have a job to do, so I like not to think about it.
Does it not go
If I think about it too much, it's probably not a good thing.
Does it not go through your mind at all on a morning like this morning when you're outside, there's a crowd and you're
I
giving
don't
a
think
speech?
about it. I think you see the kind of protection now. I think they're very good. It's a whole different level. Look, these people went to Biden and Biden's people and asked for more help because I was having rallies, 60,000, 70,000 people. I had 115,000 people, and Biden would have 2 people. Nobody wanted to see the guy. And he'd have a bigger security detail than I had. And they were asking. Sean and the various people were asking for more people, and they were denied. So they denied them, and so you could make that case. I don't think they made that case well because I knew for a fact that they were asking for more people a lot. They have said it, but not that publicly. But they wanted more people, and the Biden people would not give it to them. And we had massive crowds. You were there. We would have routinely 50, 60, 70,000 people, and he would have nobody. He couldn't fill the circles, the 8 circles. and he didn't need very many people, and so that was a problem too.
Can I ask about the First Lady? You mentioned a couple of weeks ago her role in talking to you about the war in Ukraine and perhaps it being part of your evolution in thinking. Have you discussed the crisis in Gaza and the terrifying, horrific images?
She thinks it's terrible, and she sees the same pictures that you see, and that we all see, and I think everybody, unless they're pretty cold-hearted or worse than that, nuts. There's nothing you can say other than it's terrible when you see the kids. And those are kids, whether they talk starvation or not, those are kids that are starving. They are starving. And you see the mothers, they love them so much, and there's just nothing they seem to be able to do. They got to get them food, and we're going to get them food.
Do you plan to attend the G20 summit this year in South Africa?
No, I think maybe I'll send somebody else, because I've had a lot of problems with South Africa, and they have some very bad policies. Very, very bad policies, like policies where people are being killed. A lot of people are being killed. So I think I probably won't.
Any update?
I'd like to, but I don't think I will.
Any update on when you'll meet with President Xi? When can we expect that?
He wants to meet, and I look forward to the meeting too. But I would say before the end of the year. I mean, just to go full circle. So we had a very good meeting today. If you would have asked me the question yesterday, no, it wasn't looking too good, I would have said, maybe I might have said nothing, but I might have also said it wasn't going too good. I just heard from Scott that the meeting went very well today with China. Thank you all very much. Enjoy the flight. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
There's an update on his golf.
Yeah, right. I made the biggest, the bestest golf courses.
That's right. I can hit the furthest. This girl has big muscles. So that woman's name was Virginia Guthrie. Now I won't.
Yeah. And he's breaking news there. Nobody knew that until now.
Right?
And to be fair, we're just going to be accurate or try to be. Or we can just make shit up as we go along. I like that too. That's fun.
I know it is. It's just YouTube.
Right. We don't have any fact checkers, so fuck it. Right?
Yeah, right.
But there's no proof of anything. Journalists have investigated. At least there's no paperwork or anything from Mar-a-Lago saying that's the reason he was banned from Mar-a-Lago. But it's only Trump's claim. The only thing that people could prove is that him and Jeffrey Epstein had a falling out over some, I guess they had the same developer, real estate developer and real estate guy. And he said they had a big falling out over properties that they were both trying to buy at the same time. And Jeffrey Epstein won the bid on one and it pissed Trump off. So he said, F you, Epstein, around the same time that he was supposedly kicked out. But it's all he said, she said. So
yep.
Nobody really knows. So when somebody says they kicked them out because of there's no proof of that at all, other than him saying it.
Yeah, we're not gonna get to know, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters, but we don't get to know. So,
right.
Yeah, I'm definitely all kinds of frustrated with the whole. I just thought that there would have been, at this point, he'd have just said, okay, here's what I really didn't want to get out. Here's the deal. Because I think it's not something super huge. I think it's just something that he doesn't want people to go, see, told you he's a little weirdo or, whatever. So I wished he'd just let it all out. This bullshit of saying, I don't really care about the files. That's the deal. What I care about is that he doesn't want it out, that he keeps trying to shove it and kick it under the rug, going, we're still talking about this shit.
Right.
And then he said, oh, no, go ahead. Let it out. And then, of course, she says, no, we're not going to do that. Oh, wait. Yeah, we will. We'll let out. What was it that she let out? I still haven't seen what that was. The only thing I know about is Virginia.
Yeah. I mean, they said that they were going to request from the DA in New York, I think, from the 2019 thing to release the stuff, and a judge denied it. So I'm sure they knew they were going to deny it anyway. So it's back to square one.
Mm-hmm.
You're never going to know. I mean,
yeah.
There's probably people in his administration that did bad stuff. Yeah, and like I said before, obviously the kid stuff is the worst, but a whole lot of it is money laundering and money scams that people are involved with as well. I think there's probably a smaller portion of bigwigs who did the kid stuff, but I think the majority of it is money stuff. Either way, there would be a lot of people going to jail.
Right.
What was that company? I just saw this other day. Apparently this has been out. I've missed this one along the way, but Jeffrey Epstein's one of his holding companies won the lottery in Oklahoma, $83 million.
Oh, did they?
Mm-hmm. And there was some delay in the drawing. And then there was a delay in the drawing, and then they won $83 million. And then people were complaining, like, hey, what's up with this? Let me see if I can find that company name. Hold on. I didn't come prepared tonight. I didn't even know I was going to join tonight.
Well, you should have known with me. Mood. Welcome. Now it's looking increasingly likely that instead of releasing the Epstein files, Trump will release Maxwell instead. Well, you know, when they asked him about giving her immunity, was it immunity? He kind of floated over. He did not say a yes or no answer. Yeah. Wow.
Okay, so
okay.
in 2008, when shortly after he was arrested for that, that sweetheart deal where he got to go home on the weekends and could go to his office during the week. He basically only had to sleep at the jail Monday through Friday. But he had a Zero Trust, Zorro, Zorro, Zorro Trust was a company that he used for donations to politicians. Well, a Powerball ticket was purchased at a convenience store and claimed by Zorro Trust in 2008. Let's see. And reported
And when did he die?
Who?
Epstein.
2019. But yeah, the night that company Zorro Trust won the Powerball for 83 million, it wasn't televised like it normally was because of a computer glitch.
Oh, right.
So see how there's all kinds of shady stuff on how
Always.
this guy gets his money,
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that post and I was like, oh well, I got to go look this up. Is this just made up on Twitter? I had to fact check it. And sure enough, Zorro Trust won $83 million in a Powerball in Oklahoma.
Yeah. Still, the money that he spent. So did you ever watch that video of the Epstein Island? Those guys going on it?
Yeah, I saw it a long time ago with Luke Ruandowski or whatever.
Yeah, I guess his name's
Rudanowski.
Luke. The We Are Changed dude.
Mm.
So did you see the part where they showed the temple?
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, the board temple, like it looked like a fort, like something kids. I don't like a movie set.
Right. Well, they remember when we did the conspiracy show on Fools with secret societies. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh shit, Bohemian Grove.
Mm-hmm.
That video of like that big owl god or whatever.
Yeah.
He had one of those on top of those temples back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
One of those like Moloch, the owl god.
Yep.
It's all connected, weird stuff, man. It's creepy.
Yeah, that is creepy. Later, Wolfie. Thanks for hanging out with us. And Modden, you're awesome, dude. Yeah, that is that all of it seems a little peculiar.
Like I always like to say, it all makes sense if you don't think about it.
Right.
It all comes together and makes perfect sense if you don't put any time into thinking about it.
Well, I always wondered like how back in the day, like our parents, how they like, or even grandparents, how they didn't see what was going on, this type of stuff. Well, first of all, I know there wasn't the technology
Mm-hmm.
that there is now. But also I think it was, they kept their nose to the grindstone. They worked their ass off and they just tried to do better and better and better and better. They didn't think about anybody trying to screw them over, really. That wasn't first and foremost on their list. And I know it's a different day and age, but I do sometimes feel like it's kind of like, if you look for something long enough, you'll find it. No matter what it is, if you keep looking, you'll find it. So that's kind of how I feel about, shitty things in a certain sense. However, I would love to be able to use that excuse that we just keep looking for stuff. So we're just going to keep uncovering stuff because we're looking for it. But there's just too much.
Well,
There's too much shit.
I think it was the latter of what you said. They had the media wasn't as bad. I mean, it was still kind of crappy, but like I always remember as a kid, I was thinking about this a couple weeks ago. My grandparents and mom would always have the news on. I remember Ronald Reagan going in and out of the living room, watching them watch, Ronald Reagan give speeches and stuff like that. And they loved Reagan.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember watching on the news back then that it was biased. I could always tell, and even in the early 90s, you could always tell that the news was biased a little bit towards the Democrats. It wasn't as out as it is today. But I always remember thinking that when I was a kid. I was like, the news doesn't like those people.
Yeah.
Yep. But the news wasn't as bad. They would have people do investigative journalism, before like pharma companies became the news number one advertisers. The news would talk shit about pharmaceutical companies.
Mm-hmm.
They would do exposés on them, and pharmaceutical companies, it's kind of like the mob. They're like, how do we shut these people up? We just become their number one advertiser.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of it is just corporate payoffs,
Yep. Yeah.
If Coca-Cola comes to Gigi and says, hey, can we pay you $1 billion a year to promote Coke? every show, are you going to talk about how much Coke sucks and you like Pepsi? Or are you going to talk about how much you like Coke?
I'm not going to promote Coke.
Well, then they won't pay you $1 billion.
That's right.
Well, you see what I'm saying, though?
Right.
Yeah.
Totally. Yes. That would suck because here's the deal. I wouldn't. I'm not kidding you. If they came to me and said, "Okay, just promote Coke. That's all you have to do," and but you
Pay-
can't promote Pepsi at all, and you can't be drinking it, and you can't say anything. Yeah, no, I'm out. I'm not promoting Coke. I'm not. Not
About
even for.
50 grand a month. 250 grand.
No. No.
I don't
It's
believe
not. It's not about the. It's not that I love Pepsi so much I'm not going to turn my back on it. It's the principle. It's just the principle of it. I mean, everybody in there. It's the principle of it. I'm not going to do it. It would be like selling your soul for money. It's not about the Pepsi. It's not about the Coke. I just, it's kind of like, it's almost like there are times I have to tell you that to this day, after I became monetized, that I can still hear my mom going, "What the hell are you doing? Have you lost your rabbit ass mind?" I'm not kidding you. And I truly believe that she is there doing that, going, "What are you doing? What are you doing on a social media site asking for money?" That's how she would look at it. And I don't care how it's laid out. I don't care how classy it is or how everybody's doing it. It doesn't matter. In her eyes, that would be, nope.
I am going to have to agree with Traveling Fools. I drank a Pepsi on vacation, and I was so thirsty after I drank it. I drank 2 bottles of water.
Well, yeah, but drink a Coke, you'll be the same way.
I don't know, man. That Pepsi, I was like, I'm dying of thirst after I just drank a Pepsi.
Cheers, bitch.
Cheers. Drinking that fucking FUBU shit. But yeah, I don't think people had, I mean, back in the day, you could, I guess, go down to the library and look up archives and shit like that, but they had no access to look like, okay, well, this guy on TV telling me this. Let me look at what he's about. Let me Google his name real quick. Oh, he used to be this a stockholder in the people who build the bombs, and he's telling me to go to war. Yeah, they didn't have that opportunity. It's just what
Right.
you read in the newspaper and what Dan Rather said every night,
Yep. Yep. It's probably not them. That it's probably more my age group. 39, 69.
39, everybody, 39.
Just 39. That those are the ones that should have questioned shit a lot more. We should have questioned it. I feel like my age group should have definitely questioned it more. And I'll tell you one of the biggest reasons why. I had a cousin who she had 2 kids. One came out absolutely normal, everything. But when her second kid, the minute he got his second set of shots, and this kid, he just went into full-blown autism.
Mm.
And it was it was night and day. And she swore that it was those shots. And so she stopped, the doctors pressured her. And she ended up stopped giving them to her kids. She moved away to where here's what she figured out with her kids, with her kid, was that her one kid went to school, and I mean, he's extremely smart, the whole bit. The other one, she figured out that this kid, every time a phone would ring, it would affect him, and he would just go haywire.
Mm.
Cell phones. So as soon as cell phones came out, that was a big thing. And she started doing more and more research and figuring this all out. And finally, she just took her kid and moved to, a little podunk, like out in the middle of nowhere in California where there's nobody. And she tried to find a place where there was no towers, because that seemed to be what, even when there was no cell phones around, it was like if those towers were anywhere close to him, every now and then it would like just send him into a tizzy. So she finally, now he's doing really good. She keeps him away from all that stuff, and it sounds like he's doing fabulous, but she has to stay away from all that stuff. When they have to go to town or anything like that, oh Lord, she said it's a nightmare. She said it's better than it was because she's been able to help him deal with it and teach him how to deal with it. But before, she couldn't even talk to him. You couldn't do anything with him. So kind of weird.
I was thinking about this yesterday because I have 2 of those big 5G towers around pretty close to my house, big city.
Mm-hmm.
Outskirts of the city, but still big outside too. But, I went out in the hill country. It's like in between San Antonio and Austin, but kind of to the west.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Central Texas. It's so beautiful. But I want to move there one day. I miss living there. But I felt great. Like my allergy, like what I guess are allergy, I don't know, but just like the headaches and just kind of for 5 days, I felt great. And I come back home, and yesterday, I'm here like half the day, then I'm sneezing and kind of coughing a little bit and just kind of have like this fucking stuffed up head. It's just, it's all the pollution in the city and shit.
Yep.
And all these towers every half a mile. I'm guessing, I don't know.
Well,
I'm not a doctor.
What sucks is my daughter, there's something every time she goes home to Idaho this time of year, something's in bloom. And first of all, it irritates my granddaughter, but she just gets a runny nose,
Mm-hmm.
But my daughter ends up with these migraines that are just atrocious. And they'll usually last just, sometimes she can get it under control within a half a day, but sometimes they'll ruin a whole day for her out of vacation and she knows it's something that's in bloom around there that just gets her. And it's at my cousin's house because she went to my mother-in-law's and stayed the night, her and my daughter, and they were fine, or my granddaughter, and they were both fine. But then she went to my cousin's, and that's where they've been ever since. And oh Lord, it's just, she said, man, whatever it is, it gets the best of her. So
yeah,
it's kind of weird how one area will, completely set you off and the other one won't. And this is, mind you, they're only, when I say my mother-in-law versus my cousin, they're about 10 miles from each other.
Mm-hmm. I had a buddy. He took a job in California outside of LA. And he had, seasonal allergies real bad. There's all this shit that he was allergic to. Just, sneezing, runny eyes, itchy eyes. He always had to take allergy medication. He was gone for a decade out there working. And he came back and said, all of that went away when he went to California. And right when he came back to Houston, he was like day 2, my allergies are back. I had a 10-year break from all that crap. And it was like day 2, he was right back to Walgreens to get some allergy medication.
Baker said MMW, whatever that is, banned. they use for 5G doesn't propagate inside your home. The 5G you are probably connected to is around 2.5 to 3.5 gigahertz range, which we have been living way before 5G. Well, I mean, I'm glad we paid for that then.
Well, I mean, just the towers. I mean, I don't even know. Whatever, they're just everywhere now, whereas they didn't used to be everywhere.
Oh, I truly
I'm
believe
sure
all
it's.
the.
I'm sure it's not great for you
Oh, I'm sure it
to
isn't
be
either.
living right up under one. I mean,
I can take a picture of one of that's that close to my house. Like I can step outside my door and it's right there. The other thing is though is all the electronics that are. I mean, do you realize how many electronics are in your house? Like think about it.
well, I mean, the cell phones even have a warning in their booklets. I mean, I don't think everybody reads it all, but
Nope.
I mean, even the cell phone companies advise that women not wear them in their shirt pocket by their breast, and
Yep.
you know, they advise being
Don't
6 inches
sleep
away
it.
from. Yeah, I talk
And
on the
don't-
speaker. I don't
Yep.
put it up
I
to
don't
my
either.
head.
Nope.
Except
and-
when if Brennan, I mean, if,
oh fuck.
yeah, sorry.
Always.
If certain people call and I'm
Mhm.
around people, I can't do speaker, but
Yeah.
because I don't know what the first words.
Some
gonna
of
be.
us learn real quick, even after they tell you, "Go ahead, and put me on speaker."
You have a few friends I have on a list. Don't answer speaker around people. Could be bad.
My friends and family know to never put me on speaker. Because
And I don't know those. What do you think about that? I don't know. People say it's bad. I haven't done enough research, but like the Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah, I don't want to use those either. They can't be any better than a cell phone.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now you're sticking it inside your ear, no less.
Yeah, I've seen people, they wear them all day, like
Mm-hmm. Look at Fools is laughing at us. Shut up, Fools.
15 hours a day. You know, I don't know.
Right.
Probably not good for your hearing in the long run. I know that, probably.
I don't know. I heard bad things about him, so I don't wear them in there, but I don't wear them anymore. Sometimes if I'm walking, I will. Oh, Dr. Baker said it's not bad.
What's not bad?
Ear pods. Hey, P. Digits.
Well, thanks, Dr. Baker. It's because
Paper.
Dr. Daper Baker. It's probably because he wears them all the time and he's like, well, I'm not
That's
looking
right.
that up.
I'm not looking it up. I'm just going to say they're not bad.
I went through 100 articles until I found the one that agreed with me.
He's getting with fools right now, and they're both looking shit up, going, "Okay, come on, let's get up there." We got all this shit to go with it. Your bill's in the mail, right? I don't know. I'm a little.
I mean,
I don't
remember
like
when you
nothing like
remember? I remember as a kid, my mom used to yell at me, "Don't stare into the microwave when it's going. It's going to make you blind
Yep.
and fry your brain."
Yep.
So who knows?
My aunt's husband, who's my uncle, his mother used to say that you could not use a microwave if she was in your house because it would give her an atrocious headache, like just grinding. She said it felt like she couldn't drive after if she was got one of those headaches.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm sure it's just like everything else. You know, some things affect people differently.
Yep.
Some
They're
people are
just more
worse.
sensitive.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know.
Yep.
some people are allergic to shellfish, you know. Some
Well, I
aren't.
mean, if you think about it, like, I mean, autistic people, they, the whole reason that they don't like you to look at them and talk to them is because they're hearing you, who's looking directly at them, talking to them, plus all 50 other things around him that they can hear. And I mean everything from, you know, it could be a train 5 miles away that blows its horn, and he could hear the horn along with, you know, it going over the tracks and all the people in the room, and you know, somebody squealing their tires out on the road, and you know, all of that stuff, and it comes in all at once, and it's just too much for their sensory. It's just an overload.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you'd think they'd have it figured out by now. I'm sure they do. They just won't tell us.
Yep. Like
But
everything else.
why there's such an increase in that?
Yeah. You gotta wonder, don't you?
I remember when I was a kid, there was usually like one classroom that had like, in the entire school, that had like 5 or 6 kids, you know? And then now I go to my kids' schools, the high school and the elementary. They have like 4 or 5 classes full of kids, like
Yep.
25 each.
Yep.
It's like a whole thing.
Well, and you really have to wonder, how much can they be taught? I mean, that's one teacher trying to teach all those kids. What's really being taught at that point?
I mean, you know, I guess it depends on the severity of it, but
Yeah.
and both parents have to work these days, so you know, not much else you can do.
Well, see, there we go. That's exactly, I think, the excuse that Marv and I used as our kids were growing up. You know, it wasn't until they would go, okay, we think you should send your kid to the doctor and see if you can get him put on Ritalin because we think he's probably, you know, got ADHD or, you know, something in that. Really? Could you show me your PhD? Well, no, that's why I want you to take him to the doctor. Well, then you've already diagnosed him. You think we should take him to the doctor?
And the doctor's going to have, I mean, every opportunity he's going to take to get a new patient, and also probably pimp some drug that he has stock in. You know.
Yep.
It's a.
Yeah.
It's very. The corporations and the government figured out they didn't need the mob in the 80s. They kind of like, well, we could do this stuff ourselves. We don't need to use them.
Yeah, I refused.
They
That
went and
school
arrested
hated
them
me.
all, you know.
They even had one teacher, they doubled up on me. She brought in another teacher, and they proceeded to bombard me with, you know, oh, well, my son was the same way, and so we put him on Ritalin, and oh my gosh, now he's in high school and he's doing really well, and you know, he's you know, blah blah blah, and this and that. I did, yay for you.
Yeah,
I'm
and
not doing it to my kid.
And there's, I mean, most of these are legitimate cases, but, and I'm not even talking about the doctor that people get diagnosed by. There's an alarming amount of people that self-diagnose themselves and go around and say, I have OCD, I have ADHD, I'm a little bit on the spectrum. And you're like, says who? I looked it up online.
Yeah.
And it kind of gives them an excuse to be a certain way. It's like, well, you don't have any of those things. You're just making this shit up.
Yep. It always cracks me up. Now, I think that if you're somebody that you actually pay attention to your body, there are things that you can probably go, okay, I may have this.
Oh, like
But-
real medical stuff. Yeah, yeah, I've done it before. Like, oh,
Yes.
let me Google why this is happening. Like,
Yes.
oh, it says it right there.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, when first of all, I feel like all those things are mostly bullshit diagnoses anyway. I think there's other reasons why people are doing that. And instead of them getting to the bottom of why they're doing it, they just go, here, we found this pill that'll work. Do this. And so, and in that process, I mean, my nephew, he's he's hyperactive. Here, we're going to give you this medicine to put him on. And they put him on it. And from this kid, he used to swing from the chandeliers. And he was a lot. But he was an active little boy is what he was.
I know you know him, but Ron White.
Yes.
I saw a podcast with him about a year ago. He was talking about his mother. And he was talking about how he had put her in hospice. And she had been taking like 32 pills or something a day for all these myriad of, issues. And I'm sure half those pills were because the other half caused problems, But when she was in hospice, her acid reflux was so bad she couldn't take any more of her pills, or before she went into hospital, she couldn't take any more of her pills. So she was just like, screw it. I'm just going to go pass away, whatever. I'm not taking those pills anymore. He said she stopped taking those 32 pills. He said 2 weeks later, she was at his comedy show watching it.
Yeah. Feel tons better. Isn't that amazing how that works?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, what the first thing that I would do when the residents would come in to our facility was we would go over every medication. I would take the nurse and we would either call the doctor or we'd actually go to the doctor's appointment with the resident and go over all the medications that they are on. And what we would also do if they had more than one doctor, and 9 times out of 10, they did. And the doctors didn't know what one doctor was giving them versus what the other one was giving them. So we would get those doctors together, and by the time we got done, they'd have 20 meds that they were on when they came in, and, after we got done talking to them, they, maybe had 2 or 3 or 4. But that was back in the day before they started all the bullshit with the meds and, and, getting paid so much for them and all that good shit.
Well, the biggest problem with doctors, they're not nutritionists and they don't really study nutrition when they go to school.
Nope.
So that's a big part of it. They're like, half these doctors out here are still going by that food pyramid from the 80s.
Yep.
Eat your bread, eat your pasta.
Yep. It's disgusting. That's exactly why we're like, okay, we've realized that most insurances now will cover naturopath doctors. And I'm sorry, but if you think you need to go see a doctor, I'd go see one of those first, because 9 times out of 10, they will start at the bottom and work up instead of the other way around. They try to figure out what caused you to have the issues you're having. Not, well, here, let's just give you this pill and see if it goes away. If it does, then we know that's what it was. No, that's not how that works. I mean, it does in their eyes, but to look at it that way that's why we have the problems we have. Uh-oh. Why did my light go out? Son of a bitch.
That's Marvin sounding the thing. Time to go to bed.
Right. Right.
It's that 2 a.m. flicking the light switch. Party's over. Hello?
I touched something. I don't know what it was. Okay. Just be very, very careful. I don't know. I had something plugged in. It's weird. I don't know. I messed with my light. Okay, phew. At least it wasn't my computer. It was just the light. All right. Crisis diverted. Marv's not here. No, he's not. Well, at least he's not in here. He's being a good boy. He's been working his butt off. He went all the way to Anchorage and worked 18 hours in one day. Like, damn. He was pretty tired.
You think?
By the time he turned around, he went to bed. First of all, he got to his room after he'd worked an 18-hour shift, and the room was dirty. There was a towel on the floor. One of the beds were dirty. He was horrified. I'm like, honey, please tell me you did not sleep in that room. He's like, okay, I won't tell you. I'm like, no, you did not. I'm like, all you had to do was call the desk and they would have got you another room. Honey.
The only thing he should be terrified is how you say room. Because I'm pretty terrified.
Why?
Rum.
Rum.
With Bacardi? Like, what are you talking about? Is it a room or a rum? Rum?
Rum.
Rum.
The rum. Well, anyways, he slept in the clean bed, he said. I'm like, yeah, that's just gross. Now you get in a shower right now. I would not have. I don't care how tired I would have called from that room and said, get me another room right now. Meet me there with the key. I'm not walking down to the front desk.
Like, ma'am, what's a rum?
Rum. Why is the rum dirty? I said room.
Room.
I don't know. I think I'm a lazy talker.
That's a nice way to put it.
I mean, if you think about, like, when I say ambulance. I just run it all together. There's no sense of putting more syllables in there than you need.
Yeah, you just talk and let it fall where it falls, you know?
That's right.
Some words are gonna be right, some words are gonna be wrong. Who cares?
Fuck it, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, you'll get the point.
Exactly. No, Rick says gas. Who the fuck says gas? He's the only person I know that says, he even says gasoline. What the hell is gasoline?
Gasoline.
Gas. I had to go get me some gas. Some gas? Like for your owie? Was you putting gas on your owie? With the Band-Aid? I thought it was strange. Anyways, I give him shit every time I hear him say it. Gas. So yeah. What else? Must be a southern thing. Yep. Texas.
Gas.
Gas.
Gas down here.
Well, he does.
Well, is he an import?
No. But he spent 30 years in California being a cop. That says it all.
He is an import.
Well, no, he was born and raised in Texas. Grew up there.
I guarantee you that 30 years probably
ruined him.
Ruined him.
Fucking ruined Rick Gore for life.
I ain't never heard anybody say
that
gas.
And being a cop, between those two things, being a California cop just screwed him right up. Yes, blame it on Cali. He'll agree that California sucked. What the hell was that noise? It was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, sorry. You heard that? I was spinning my phone charger.
This sounded.
My bad.
That was weird.
You know what I can't get my daughter to stop saying?
What?
Watermelon. She says water lemon.
Water lemon.
And she says it real fast. I try to tell her. Now say it again. She says water lemon. And I'm just like, no, it's watermelon. And she'll look up and say, water lemon.
Water lemon.
It's the only word she says weird, but it's cute.
My kids always said, every one of my kids, and I never ever taught them it, always said belt seat instead of seat belt. It's so weird. And they only said it for a certain, for so long until after we corrected them 5 billion times. And then they learned to say it right. But they would always say belt seat.
Yeah, you Northwestern people are all odd ducks.
Yeah, we're a bit of ass backwards. And the other thing is all my family's kids, when they were little and they were learning to talk, they all sounded like they were from back east. Like, so they always parked the car and, in the barn. And I mean,
in the car, let's go to the bar.
Every one of our kids, man, park. Let's go to the park. Where'd that come from? When were you in New Hampshire?
I just walk around. Well, I got a number. How do you like them apples?
Oh, yeah. My whole family on my mom's side was from back east. Ooh.
What part?
New Hampshire and Maine and Vermont. But they were born, my mom was born in Vermont, but they lived quite a bit in New Hampshire.
What's their accent like? Is that more like a Boston accent or what? I mean, is it similar to like Massachusetts?
Yeah, it's definitely the park and the,
all that Kennedy
yeah.
type of talking.
Yep. Kind of, they really get to going too, man. Whew. When you're not used to hearing them, and they would come over to the Pacific Northwest and hang out with all of us. Oh Lord, you had to really pay attention to what they would say, because some of the words you just weren't quite sure what they had actually just said, like just certain, and they had some words that we'd never heard too. I'm trying to think of some of them, but my grandpa tried to bring me fireflies from back east, but they died on the way. Damn it. I was so pissed.
One time at work, we have this agent that we use in Birmingham, Alabama, and that's where my people are from. And a coworker was talking to this lady at this freight company we were going to use, and he's like, he put the phone down. He's, I can't understand her. And I said, give me the phone. I talked to her, and they said my Alabama accent came out when I was talking to her. She was super heavy Alabama accent, and she was phrasing things in a whole different way. And all my Alabama came out, and we had this entire conversation. And I got off the phone, and I told my coworker what she was saying, and he was like, "How did you get that from what she was saying?" I was like, he was like, "You turned into like Gomer Pyle while you were talking to her." I was like, "I don't know, you got to know it,
It's weird because I'm really quick to pick up on a Southern accent.
There you go again. Just say the words. We'll figure it out later.
That's right. Fuck it. But I've never, I I've never spent any time. I went to Oklahoma and Kansas, Arkansas, and spent, I don't know. We were there for a couple weeks. I had that shit down by the time I came back.
Yeah, that's how Texas is so split. Like people up north, it's kind of like one kind of country accent, like Dallas and Oklahoma, you know. Then Southeast Texas is more like it's kind of mixture of the Southeast and Louisiana people.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people sound like Mr. Duggar and Ron White. You know, just kind of a mixture all over.
Yeah, y'all sound the same to me. You don't have much of an accent, though.
No.
Like somehow Alabama and Texas putting them together just straightened your accent right out.
Yeah. And I kind of grew up with a kind of mixture of people. So I heard, that's the thing, like we were talking about, people didn't have access to things back in the day. It's the same thing with accents, Kids growing up in Podunk, Mississippi, but they're watching TV and all these movies and apps and stuff like that, and they're hearing people talk a different way. You grow up sounding like what your parent, when you're only around your parents and family and schoolmates, you're going to sound like them. But when you get access to hearing all these people across the world talk, you might pick up on different ways of speaking,
That's why you only sound a little black, huh?
Yeah, exactly. When I'm black, so nothing little about me. Is somebody going to get up here so I can go pee?
Make him hold it.
Yeah, maybe hold it. Well, yeah, it comes out every now and then. Like when I get really pissed off or a little inebriated.
We just got to get you drunk, huh?
Yeah, get me pissed off and drunk, and I'll be pretty southern there quickly.
That's funny. I don't know. TF doesn't want to come up here. He's worried I'm going to ask him a bunch of questions or something. I think that's what it is.
Probably.
Oh my gosh. I'll tell you what. Having my grandson and my granddog at the same time, Lord have mercy on my soul.
Grandson and whose dog?
And my granddog.
Your
My daughter's
granddog.
dog. Yeah, that's what I call her.
Now, what kind of dog is this?
Oh, fuck. She's a red healer. She's a lot. A lot. She's already a lot. Just being, a working dog that's in the city. But then on top of it, my daughter's done really well with her. Thank goodness, because otherwise I would not agree to take care of her. She still, to this day, if she sees a cat, that cat better be long gone. Because if it's not, it's not like she'll hurt it, but she gonna get it, and she gonna love it, and she's
Right.
gonna definitely catch it. I will guarantee you. So, and she's just a lot. She's very fast, extremely fast. You can't keep up with her. So. And she'll about yank your arm off if she sees a squirrel or a cat or, And she acts all aggressive around other dogs, which is kind of frustrating because she's really not aggressive to them. She just acts like she is. So, yeah, she's a herding dog for sure.
Yeah.
But,
You gotta, those kind of dogs, you have to exercise those things a lot, or they'll be all amped up and
Yep.
anxiety ridden, and
Yep.
they got to get that exercise out.
Yeah, well, and thank God we have a big backyard where she can just take off and run, and that's what I do with her. But you have to be very careful because if she sees something, she's gone. I mean,
Yeah.
you can yell her name all day long. She'll be like, she ain't gonna see you until she gets stopped wherever whatever it was she was chasing stops,
Mhm.
and she stops. Then she'll listen to you. But otherwise, man,
Yeah. When their instincts take over, they're not listening to you.
mm-mm.
They're locked onto some smell that's like half a mile down the road.
I try to use my voice like my daughter does, because if I use my daughter's voice, so to speak, she will listen up. So I do try to really put it in there and do the whole, and then she's like, "Oh shit, mom just talked." So my daughter has her well trained. So after I took her for a walk the other day and she about ripped my arm off while I was walking with her, I called my daughter and went, "What am I doing wrong? I know that you don't let her rip your arm off, so why is she doing this to me?" And she's like, "Oh, okay, here you go." So she walked me through what the trainer told her to do, shorten up the leash, get her very close to you, put her behind you if she's not paying attention or she's pulling it all. So that's what I did. And within, I don't know, probably about 3 blocks, shit, we had it down. She was chilling right out. I was like, oh, hey, that worked pretty slick.
Yeah. You got to follow what she's used to, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest thing. It doesn't matter what it is. So, and it's, I can understand my daughter when she says, "Okay, this is what you got to do, and you got to do it like this." And of course, the dog had lived with us for a while too, so I do know how to deal with her. But
yeah, I see people on my street. They have some big ass dog, and that dog is walking them. They are not walking that dog. They have no control over that dog.
Yeah,
at all.
See, I don't want to walk dogs like that. We used to work for this guy. It was actually Kayla was his paralegal, and he had a oh my gosh, why did it just slip my mind? Not a pit bull, but the other one.
I don't know. There's many others besides a pit bull.
Well, I mean, they act a lot like them. They're not. I mean, they don't. They're a little different than a pit bull, but they kind of built like them. What the hell?
Like an American bull, like the American
No.
bulldogs, or
Mm-mm. Oh my Lord, he's huge. He's got a huge head.
like a mastiff,
You're getting close.
getting close. Boxer? No, that's a
No,
little
not a
smaller.
boxer. Oh my gosh, it's
that
gonna
thir-
drive me insane.
It's that 39 Rottweiler.
Rottweiler.
There you go.
Okay. Thank you, son, honey. Yep. Okay. Big son bitch. His name was Kane. That son bitch. When
Oh,
he was
geez.
a puppy, he was
Kane.
so cute.
Kane the Rottweiler. That doesn't sound terrifying at all.
He was a huge. And when he was a puppy, he was great. They'd be like, "You want to take him out to go pee?" "Oh, sure. I'll take him out to go pee." And play with him and love on him and all that shit. Oh, then he got to be about 9 months old, 10 months old. Yeah. I was like, no, I'm not taking him out. Hell no. And Grant was like, why? I was like, cuz you got to get that dog some training, and probably us some training too if you want us to deal with him, because he's a lot. And he did get him training and stuff. But that dog, I'm telling you what, if he decided he was going someplace, there was no way I was going to be able to stop him. I mean,
No.
hell no. Yeah,
What are you,
no
like,
way.
5'4", like 120 pounds.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. There was no way I could have. He would have drugged me. He drugged me around as it was.
He's probably got 2 toys bigger than you.
Yeah, there was no way. So I told him, yeah, I'm not. I'll do your medical records. I'm not walking your dog no more.
Well, I am going to have to blame people in your chat for not joining the panel because I can't hold it. I'll be right back.
Go pee. LW is going pee. Just so everybody knows. He waited till there was only 12 people in here to say that, though. Yeah, that dog is huge. I mean to tell you, there was days when I would just go, "Oh my gosh, he's a lot." He would lay down, and if he laid down behind my chair, I couldn't push my chair out. I'd be stuck in my desk. I mean, I'd just be stuck there. You didn't just move him. And if he didn't want to move, he wasn't moving. So then I'd have to yell at Kayla or somebody. Could you please come move this dog? Tell you what, though, nobody ever bothers the office. Mm-mm. Big, big dog. But my daughter's dog isn't that big. I mean, I'm sure she can seem ferocious to some people, but she's not bad. She's all right. Well, what else do I know about all the political stuff? Russia, yeah, Trump's pissed. I can't remember what he said, but he's mad at Putin. And now I know the whole deal with Cambodia and Thailand. I still can't believe that. Yeah, Dobermans growing up. I knew of a couple Dobermans. The one that we grew up with when I was little was our friend's dog. His name was Sid. And that sumbitch would bite you if you weren't careful. And he was, yeah, he could be mean. And then I had a friend who had one, and her name was Greta. And she was the best dog ever. She guarded my daughter like nobody's business. Nobody messed with her. She watched over her like a hawk. One time we went to walk out the back door, and this in Idaho, there was a rattlesnake that was basically slithering right in front of the door, just under the doorstep. And she wouldn't let Kayla out of there. She stood in front of her and wouldn't let her go. And Kayla, I kind of pushed Greta aside, like, move, Greta. And Greta, she kind of growled a little bit. And I'm like, what the hell? She'd never done that before. And then I see it didn't rattle or anything. And then I looked down and seen it, and it was crawling out from the step and slid just about out of coronary. So then I, could show Kayla what it looked like, and that was pretty freaky. She also wouldn't let Kayla run off either. She'd stop her, pull her, she'd corral her back up, herd her back up the driveway and back to the house. She was a good dog.
I see the beer and back roads talk about my purse dog. Well, let me tell you this, beer. When I went on vacation to the lake, I boarded her, and they were gonna groom her and everything. So I got back. This is like, she was all shaggy and stuff. This dog is so skinny. Oh, you ought to see now. You talk about a gay, like for a guy to have a dog like that, you would immediately think that he was gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but
I don't know, but
whatever.
I think you need to put her on a leash and have kids take a picture of you with her, because I need to see that shit.
I've got to take a picture and send it to y'all. She is so, it looks like some Paris Hilton would be walking around with.
I always think it's funny when I see a dude with a little tiny dog and a long leash, and they're like, and it's a big dude, and he's walking with this little tiny dog on a leash.
Yeah.
Fucking cracks me. It's like, just pick the fucking dog up.
Yeah, we got. I'm not gonna lie, I was so excited to pick her up because I hadn't seen her in 5 days. Now it's my little dog too.
Yeah, I'm sure your daughter says otherwise, but
Yeah, there's all kinds of fights about who's her favorite.
oh, yeah, I'm sure.
of hard to tell her, but my son is her favorite by far. But she could, we're not going to let my daughter know.
No, not yet. Not until she's older. And then it's going to come out. Well, you know what? Back in the day.
When they get into a fight, oh yeah, well, Lucy loved me more. How about that?
Lucy will have been dead and gone for years. They'll be like
having a fight in their 30s about it.
I don't know. I'm telling you, the things kids can fight over. My kids still fight over shit that happened 20 years ago. I'm like, are you serious, you guys? Come on. Usually it's in a joking way, but sometimes they get serious about it. All dogs rock. Oh, I'm glad I don't have dogs. And every time I watch this dog, she lets me know that I'm very glad I don't have dogs.
And she could probably sniff it out on you. This lady hates dogs. Does the dog act like it likes you?
Yeah, she always does.
Because dogs can tell. They can tell when they're around people who don't like dogs. They can tell for sure.
When I'm pissed off at her, though, she knows immediately. And she will cower down. She also knows, like, she loves to get into garbage. And so the kitchen garbage has a lid on it that she has to work at to get it open. And the other day, the bitch got it open. Oh, I want to kill her. She pulled out a coffee filter. So I rubbed it in her face. Yes, I did. And then before I could get it rubbed really good in her face, like basically all it touched was her nose. And she took off for her kennel. And she got in her kennel. And normally she'll get in her kennel and turn around and face you. Nope, she wouldn't face me. She kept her ass to the door because she knew I was going to try to rub her nose in it. Bitch, she's way too smart. Pissed me off, though. Oh.
Well, they probably just think you're crazy. Like, she's rubbing the shit in my face. What's wrong with this lady?
No, she knows not to do it. And she knows I'm going to do that. She knew exactly what was going to happen. I'm so mad at her. So now she walks by the garbage and she does like a big walk. I've taped the lid shut now. So, and Marvin is not liking that, but too bad. Anyways, so now she walks around the garbage can when she goes through the kitchen. Like, I don't want to get too close. I'm just gonna walk over this way.
Oh, Grandma Gigi gave her PTSD.
Of course, Lucas is standing there going, Nana. I'm like, oh. He wasn't happy with me either. He thinks that's his dog.
It's funny, my dog, I have certain tones of like frustration or like, I'll walk out there, Lucy, did you really pull that shit off the coffee table and chew it up? And she'll look at me and just turn around and go hop in her cage. It's like, I done fucked up again.
Yep. All I have to do is walk out to the living room. And if she's done something wrong, even if she did it 20 minutes ago, and she forgot about it while she was in the living room, especially if Marvin's home, she'll forget about it. But the minute I get up and go out there and see, I don't have to like be looking at her thinking about that she's done something wrong. But if she immediately heads for her kennel, I go look to see what she's did wrong. Because I know she's done something wrong. And usually it's the bathroom garbage. And it'll just be like a Q-tip in there or a freaking piece of Kleenex or something. It's like, you bitch, stop doing that. And she tears it up. Like she will tear it up. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Now, this is weird. I think my dog experienced, because off the side of the kitchen, it's caged off. She probably has like in her little area, like for when I leave and stuff like that, because she's still pretty young. You can't leave them run around though. That they might pee on the couch or chew up half the shit or chew on wires and stuff. So it's probably about maybe 10 foot long, maybe 4.5 foot deep. So she's got a good size area. It's got a bed in there and water bowl, food bowl, and chew toys and stuff like that. But she hated being in there whenever I would put her in there. But I think she got a little taste of like prison life when she was gone for 5 days. And they had her just in this small cage. If she came home, she was good as hell. Like she ran in and went straight in there, jumped right in there, wagging her tail. Like, oh, this is so much better.
Yeah.
Like I think she got a little. I think she got a little taste of the prison life, and actually, I think she actually realized how good she has it here. Yeah.
Well, actually, Paisley loves coming here because they live in an apartment, so she doesn't have a huge kennel outside that she can hang out with in during the day for part of the day where I don't have to watch her the whole time. So, and she loves it. She has a ball because Kayla got her this ball that has like grooves in it that she can bite on it. It's a really thick ball. It's like a $30 ball. I'm like, Jesus, for a dog toy? But this toy lasts. I'm telling you what. Anyways, I won't let her play with that ball in the house because she'll break something. It's pretty heavy. So she goes out in the kennel and plays with that thing and loves it. She thinks it's the greatest thing ever. There's a little dog house in there, which she never gets in. But, just in case for some reason, if she wanted, there was a dog house. So she's spoiled rotten. She don't even live here. And we have a kennel for her here, for Christ's sake.
Yep. These dogs know, man.
Oh, yeah. She has a bed at my house. My grandson just picked this bed out for her the other day. I was like, oh, Lord. And you can't put a bed in the small kennel that's for the house. You can't put one in her kennel because she'll chew it up. She can only have a dog toy in her kennel or she will chew that shit up big time.
Yeah, I stopped buying her a bed after the third one when she just rips all the cotton and it was either like a one that was filled with cotton or filled with foam.
Yeah. And
you leave and come back, 7 hours later and all the foam is out.
Yeah, not worth
it. It's like, you can sleep your ass on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, I always hate it because she's sleeping on, the plastic thing in the kennel, but she's the one that won't quit chewing it up. We tried so many times to buy her beds and mats, and she just tear it up. So, nope. And she doesn't have to be in the kennel that much, the small kennel, when she's at home with Kayla, because Kayla works from home most of the time. But Kayla does have to go into the office every now and then. And so those days, oh my God, you'd think somebody's killing her when she has to get in the kennel. So Kayla turns on waves for her and turns it up really, really loud. And the dog loves it. She knows what's going to happen. She knows she's going to hang out there while Kayla runs to work and, for half the day. And then Kayla comes back and Kayla can see her too. She puts a camera on her so she can see her all the time. So she knows she's not, hung herself in there or, barking like crazy or whatever.
Yeah, dogs are awesome. They're so much different than cats. Cats really they just tolerate your existence. They don't even like you, really.
That's why I probably like cats better.
Right. A dog, you've been gone 2 hours, you come home with dogs like, oh my God, thank God you're back.
They're going to touch me and all that. And the cat's like, fuck, don't touch me, bitch.
The cat will turn and look at you, come in the door, and be like, "Ugh, you're
Uh-huh.
back."
If you pet me, I swear to God, I'm attacking your leg.
I was having a
Yeah.
good time till you fucking showed up.
Hmm. Yeah. Me and my son's cat, we finally get along. That some bitch used to attack me every time I'd go in there for the longest time. He doesn't do that anymore, but man, he used to. Now he loves me. Now when I go in, he's like, it's like I'm that cat's grandma, and he knows it. He is all over me. I'm like, this is weird. And then as soon as I touch him, then he's like, okay, stop touching me. We're good. But if I don't touch him, he'll do everything he can to get me to touch him. But once I touch him, he's like, all right, back off. But I'm not into cat boxes, and I hate having to. I mean, they have a cat box. I've never smelt it, and I take care of it when I go there. It's cleaned every single day, and come hell or high water. And I've never smelt their cat box, which is so trippy. But yeah. Oh yeah, and it's not allowed to be up on the counters. It's my son taught it like from the get-go. He used mouse traps to do it, and it worked really well. The cat never once got caught at all, but he heard them sons of bitches go off, and they'd flip up, and as soon as they did that, cat would go flying. So yeah, the cat won't get on the counters no more.
Jesus, rat traps.
Yep, they worked well.
I don't think this is all allegedly for fun. That really didn't happen.
Well, they're just, I mean, the cat didn't even touch him. Well, he would try to touch him, but, he's trying to figure out what it is, and so he'll kind of cuff it. And as soon as he cuffs it, it goes off and flips up in the air, and he's just like, fling! Up in the air he goes. It's funnier than hell. Sean got him on video. He's pretty funny.
So I had a question.
Mm.
I don't mean to change the subject so
Go ahead.
abruptly. But I still haven't had a chance to watch the Friday show. But I did see that y'all got good numbers on Friday.
Yeah.
And what's funny about that, I didn't know that was so popular. When we were at the lake, my son was asking what the show was going to be about that I wasn't going to do because I was gone. But I mentioned urban legends, and then everybody started talking about urban legends for like an hour at the lake, like at the pool. I was like,
That's
oh, wow.
funny.
So, and everybody talked about it. So I guess that was a subject that's way more popular than I thought because y'all did really good numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I think we could have talked about it for another dozen times. I mean, I really believe we could do that again, and people would still have a ton of stories that we never heard about.
Yeah, that's what everybody was doing. They were telling their own,
Yeah. Yeah, I was impressed.
It's good. Sometime this week I'll have to go look back and listen to it.
Some of them I didn't realize they were actually urban legends. Like we were reading. I think we were all reading off some backstage, and you were even there, and I mean, I didn't know that some of them were considered urban legends. I'm trying to think of what some of them were, but there it is.
Hold on, let me shut this door. Dog is making all kinds of noise. You there?
Yep. Yeah, I've never. I
What are you looking?
I was trying to find the ones that I didn't consider it being like an urban legend.
Which one did you cover?
We didn't really do it like that.
Oh, okay, you just talked about them in general.
Yeah. which I think made it it kind of flowed well.
Yeah. Definitely the conversation, I think, flowed better.
Mm-hmm. Baker, he did do some slides, I think. I think Baker left. He had enough of our shit.
I guess everybody left. I guess we didn't really talk about the topic at all, did we?
Oh, we did. We talked about everything, and then, I mean, I guess we could have talked about it more, but how much more can you talk about it?
I mean, what are you going to do? It'll change tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to find some of those ones that I thought was really great. Oh, cow tipping. I didn't know. I mean, I guess it is an urban legend.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. That's what Wikipedia says.
Yeah, I've never known anybody to go cow tipping, but I've always heard about it.
Yeah, TF said they did. I never heard of it either, and I grew up in a freaking really rural area, 600 people. I mean,
well, how successful were people tipping over a big ass cow?
right? Exactly. I want to see him do that. No, they didn't say steer tipping like that. They were little. They said cow tipping. Have we baited TF? We haven't baited him yet.
Let me Google this cow tipping. I thought that came from people doing it.
What? Say that. What?
Well, the cow tipping. I thought people did it. That's the reason it was a thing.
Yeah, supposedly it is. The people really did it. TF said they did. Hey, starter. Yeah. Too many people growing up in a city. Like, I hate growing up. I hated growing my kids up in a city.
Well, cows lay down to sleep, it says. So how do you tip over a cow that's sleeping standing up? I don't know. I'd like to see actual footage of somebody trying to tip over a fucking 2,000-pound cow.
Well, let's see.
Or whatever they weigh.
Okay, I don't know if I'm going to show it because I don't want to get,
Struck for animal abuse.
Right? I'm going to look here. Oh, gosh. Of course, it'd be allowed on TikTok. So
yeah. Cows lay down.
It's a farmer, and he's going to do it?
They're just out here like football practicing cows.
Right? Go ahead. Let's see this. I think that dude hit a fence. I don't think that was what he wanted. Okay, it was dark. I couldn't see, but damn, I wished I could have because I feel like it would have been really good.
I have a feeling the cows mostly are victorious in this scenario. Someone just hits them in the side and they just kind of turn around and look like, what was that, a mosquito?
Yeah, as with rodeo, and I tend to, root for the animal versus the person in the rodeo.
Oh, the bull run?
Yes, I'm always about the bull getting. I'm like, go get him, you got him down, get him.
When they get that horn up the ass, I'm like, you loser.
That's right.
You deserve it.
That's right. Payback.
Or at these weirdo circuses in like Southeast Asia where they're beating the elephants and the elephants go crazy and stomp them. I'm like, go elephant, roll tide.
Right.
Like Chris Rock says, when they get a caged up tiger, he's like, that tiger didn't go. And then the news says, this tiger went crazy. He's like, that tiger didn't go crazy. That tiger went tiger.
The tiger went tiger.
Definitely on the animal side of all these things. And what they do with those killer whales in like SeaWorld is horrible, man. Horrible.
Yeah. Watching Free Willy changed our whole outlook on that kind of shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's documentaries on it. Like when the show's over, they just put them in like this human-sized pool.
Yep.
And they just sit there and don't move for like years.
Yeah. Kind of sickening.
Yep.
I was trying to find a cow tipping video. Not that we could show it, but I wanted to see if there was really one. Nobody will even show a cow tipping video. Like, I don't see one on video.
Are you just looking YouTube?
I just Googled cow tipping video, and they'll say it's cow tipping video, but when you go to it, it's not.
Yeah, that's probably against some terms of service about animals, animal cruelty or something.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, so most people just seem to be talking about it, not actually doing it. So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that. I mean, Fools swears they did it. I could have swore TF said they did.
Well, maybe he had too much to drink and he was just like running into like a Subaru or something.
Right.
And they told him it was a cow.
Right. That was his girlfriend.
No, I'm looking at these videos. I just typed it in too on YouTube on my phone. These cows are huge. There's no way anybody's knocking that over.
Right? Like, go ahead, give it a shot.
Not one person. I guess like 3 or 4 people run into it. Things are
And
huge.
even then, I don't know that you're gonna. I mean, they're pretty stable on their feet. You know what I mean? You gotta wonder though if it's real. Whoa, that guy's got a weird eyeball.
We're doing that thing Traveling Fools hates, where we're talking about stuff,
Sorry.
but not sharing it with
showing
the not sharing it with the class.
Oh no, they painted racing stripes and numbers on them. Oh, okay. Hey, Scotty, what's up?
Yeah, I mean, these suckers wasn't too far off. They weigh like anywhere from like 15 to, or was it 12 to 1,700 pounds. I mean, that's a big son bitch.
Yeah. Okay, wait.
What's up, Scott? What are you giggling about? Are you gonna share the work with the class before we get in trouble?
I am. Okay, just do it. Okay. Can you see it?
Is that the cow?
Listen.
Something that I've been asked about in my DMs quite a bit recently, and also there have been a few comments as well. And it seems that there are still a lot of people who think that farmers and people who live in the countryside spend their spare time just trotting up to cows who are unsuspecting and then just trying to tip them over, which couldn't be any further from the truth. Cow tipping is an urban legend. It's a myth. You know, cows don't sleep standing up. That just doesn't happen. And you can't just go over to an animal that can weigh more than half a ton and then just try and push it over. That's just not going to happen. And, you know, we've got better things to do in our pastimes. We're busy enough. And to be fair, there are far more fun country pursuits out there than going around trying to topple over a cow. Saying that, I really do appreciate you guys asking questions. And if you don't know something, just please ask. I'm not...
Okay. Oh, we need to find a better one.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to show it. He sounded like he was showing it.
It's just some guy talking about how better he is than everybody else. I don't know what's wrong. I mean, his eyes are going all over the place.
Okay. I feel like...
Oh my gosh, look at the cows.
I
Hey,
don't know
babe,
what's gonna happen.
you wanna go cow
Wait.
tipping?
Yes.
Okay. Can you see that? Oh, Lord, you can see it. Okay. Here we go.
Let's go.
Those cows are like, we're out.
What are you doing, babe?
Trying to tip the cow.
Oh, he's
Not
giving
tip
him
the cow
money.
a dollar.
God. That's not funny.
No.
Sure, get me a copyright. Okay, here we
You've
go.
probably heard of cow
Look
tipping.
at the size
You know,
of
when you
it.
sneak up on a cow
And then you tip them over. Put your shoulder in your push. They fall over.
But is cow tipping even possible? Well, as much fun as cow tipping sounds, it's just not possible. And actually for several reasons. The first being it would require the strength of several strong people in order to push that large bovine off its feet. Second, and probably most important reason, is that cows, unlike horses, don't sleep standing up. Cows don't have the ability to lock their legs like other animals, so they sleep laying down. There you have it. Cow tipping is just a load of crap. You've probably heard of cow tipping. You know, when you...
All right. Well, everybody said it's a load of crap.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of 175-pound dudes pushing over a 1,700-pound cow. I don't see that happening a lot.
No. I don't either. Oh, she can cow tip, though. Oh, you bitch. Put him right in the food bucket. Look. He's like, uh-oh. Those cows going to break their neck in there. Okay. We're done looking at cows now. Fainting goats, yes, not cows, right? Fainting goats, those things are goofy. Oh, tsunami siren sounds in Hawaii after massive 8.8 magnitude earthquake off the coast of Russia.
That was a long time ago, wasn't it?
2 hours ago, wasn't it?
I saw that a while back.
No, it was 2 hours ago. I shall show you. As bad as I hate to hear from Fox News.
Oh, my God.
I know.
Fox News is the damn glory hole for rhinos.
Right?
It's amazing how many people, whether you agree or disagree with tariffs, how many people who report the news who don't even understand how tariffs work. It's pretty amazing.
I know. What the? Oh, there. Okay. See? It says 2 hours ago. Here we go.
All right, this is a Fox News alert. A massive 8.8 magnitude earthquake off the coast of Russia has now triggered tsunami advisories. Watches, warnings included Japan, Hawaii, Alaska, Guam, the entire west coast of the U.S., including California, Oregon, Washington State. Tsunami warning sirens have been sounding in Hawaii, telling residents evacuate now to higher ground. Here with more, Fox Weather Zone, Steve Bender is with us. This now has been upgraded to 8.8. That would make it in the top 10 most powerful earthquakes ever in history that's been recorded, correct?
Correct. It would be number 6 now, Sean, when we look at this. And this continues to change. When it first came out, local time, just after 2 a.m. At Kamchatka, Alaska, 8 miles off the coast, it was 8.0. Then it jumped to 8.7. 8.8 is where we stay now. And last time we talked, Sean, that seems like a minute detail, a small change. It means it has 1.5 times more energy that's being dispersed out thousands of miles along the Pacific, triggering all those tsunami alerts that we have. So from an 8.7 to an 8.8 is actually a big difference. So we'll show you how massive this energy is sprawling out from the epicenter, 8 miles removed from the eastern coast of Russia. Tsunami warning for the Aleutian Islands, tsunami warning for Hawaii, and a watch in place for the west coast. You mentioned Hawaii, right? And we've been getting the updates from Oahu, the emergency management. They have sirens going on right now. I think we have a live visual from Hawaii because, Sean, when you and I were talking, you think about what we're in right now. It's the summertime. Families are going to Hawaii. You're trying to make a dream out of this opportunity, and now you're hearing these sirens erupt. We saw people that were just relaxing at the beach, and big concerns about after 7:15 local time this evening is when the tsunami is expected to make impacts. This is something to take seriously in Oahu. The emergency management says you need to get to higher ground. If you're in a building and needs to be at least 10 stories, get to the 4th story or above, or that's not tall enough, find a bigger building. We start looking at the Aleutian Islands. This is actually where we look at the Aleutian megathrust. It's these tectonic plates. It's the most active spot in the entire world is in the North Pacific. I was talking with an Alaskan seismologist, Dr. Michael West, just earlier this month because of a big quake we had then. That was a 6 point something. Now we're at an 8.8. Looking at Hawaii, we are also getting some updates that out of Hilo, the airport is now closed because they're using this as the spot where they're going to be getting out emergency personnel to coordinate with any of the impacts that are going to happen. So they are shutting down the airports. They're getting the sirens, and they're telling everybody you need to get to higher ground. The visuals that we have seen on social media so far, and we're working to confirm for everybody to bring to you, is out of Kamchatka, Russia, 8 miles removed. They've already seen the wave push in and flooding along the coast. In Japan, we have also seen this. So this is a confirmed tsunami that is heading towards these directions. We have also had people that are in Maui, in Hawaii, that said there's massive traffic jams because everybody's trying to get to higher ground. If you look at the visuals there, you can see there is steep terrain. But a lot of the tourist areas, a lot of where people want to be are down on the water. They're in the marina as we scan it through there. And right now, it looks beautiful. But when you talk about that wave energy, it can move quickly and it's rising fast. So as we zoom in, you'll still see at the beach there's some people relaxing. And honestly, if they're not getting these alerts, they're on vacation mode. Why would they leave until you start hearing those sirens? That's why it's so important to make sure people are getting their action plan. It does look like a few people are starting to leave. So you think about how far Hawaii is from the epicenter of this, thousands of miles, and it's not losing any of its energy. Go even further, and now you're along the lower 48, the west coast, Pacific Northwest. When is the time frame from Gold Beach, Oregon, a story up towards Port Angeles, you're looking at right before midnight. So 11:40 p.m. Pacific time. Then you get it to Northern California, Eureka, down towards the Bay Area, 12:40 a.m. local time, and then down into Malibu, San Diego, Los Angeles, looking at just after 1 a.m., Sean.
All right, Steve Bender, that is a relatively short period of time for all of these people to get to higher ground. Please listen to these warnings.
All righty then.
So I wonder what the time frame when they expect it to hit. What did he say? 7. I'm looking on Twitter right now.
11:40. But when I look for the Oregon coast, they're saying we have nothing to worry about. Let me see here. At least this is what this dude says. Let me see here.
You see, 37 minutes ago on Twitter, people still trying to get out. I wonder when it's supposed to hit. What time did he say?
11:40 here.
11:40 our time?
My
That's
time.
right. Oh, your time. So that's like 1 a.m.
2 more hours. Okay, let's see what this says. Oops. Can you guys see that? Yep, you can see it.
See what?
No?
No. I see Sean Hannity's fat head.
Okay. That's weird because it said it was sharing. Let me do this again. Is that the one we want?
Yeah, 8.8. That's a big ass earthquake, man.
Yeah, that's pretty good size. All right. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
All right.
But first, we continue to follow breaking news tonight. A magnitude 8.7 earthquake off the eastern coast of Russia has prompted a tsunami watch for the entire west coast of the United States. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Matt Safino with the latest. Matt.
All right, Blair, thank you very much. As you mentioned, 8.7 magnitude earthquake, and it wasn't onshore, it was offshore, and that's key because it's the offshore earthquakes, the ones that are under the sea floor or happening on the sea floor under the ocean. Those are the ones that have the potential to generate tsunamis. So that's where the earthquake happened at 4:24 our time. As you mentioned, it was an 8.7, which is incredibly strong. A couple of aftershocks there as well off the Kamchatka Peninsula along the coast of Russia. So we have along the west coast here now a tsunami advisory, I believe. This has been upgraded just in the last little bit from a watch to an advisory. So that means that we are expecting at least a minimal tsunami wave or waves. It's not always just one wave. And that also means that the currents along the Oregon coast are likely to get weird and strong and unpredictable. Be aware of that. You can get debris floating around, moving about as well. So folks at the coast, you live at the coast, thinking about taking action now because we are under tsunami advisory there. Tsunami advisory also along the western part of the Aleutian Peninsula. And it's potentially dropped for the coast of Alaska. We'll wait and see and I'll confirm that later on. Down in Hawaii, they're under tsunami warning for the potential for an even bigger tsunami wave here. So again, the Hawaiian Islands, all aspects of the island, not just the north or western shores, can be impacted by tsunami waves as they travel across the Pacific Ocean and eventually impact us here in the United States and in Canada and potentially down to Mexico as well. It takes time for these waves to travel across the thousands of miles of ocean that we have, and you don't really notice them out over the open ocean, but once they reach the shallow water of the coast, that's when they amplify and become big waves. So I know it says peak gust, but that's actually not the map I was looking for here. I had arrival times prepared. They're all between about 11:30 and 11:50 p.m. here on the west coast, and that's what we're expecting. So how does this tsunami happen? Well, again, you have a fault line under the ocean. You get an earthquake as the plates rub together. That earthquake then displaces waters. You get basically a vertical push of seawater going upward because of the movement of the faults down below. Then that wave travels across the ocean, and when it reaches the shallower water, that's when it amplifies. It becomes a bigger and potentially damaging wave. Earthquake magnitude, just to go over that for you again, because this was a big one, an 8.7. Usually only get around one a year, and it was close to a 9, right? And those happen only about once every 10 years, equivalent to 33 billion pounds of explosives. That's how much energy was released by that earthquake. Pretty impressive. Do we want to talk about weather at all, Blair, or are we just doing earthquake right now? All right, just earthquake. I'm going to send it back to you. We'll be watching thunderstorms, though, tonight and tomorrow night all around Oregon. Blair?
Okay, Matt, thanks so much.
To say I'm fired up about this one, guys, that would be the understatement of the
Front
century.
door. Well, 8.8. Ugh. That's a little freaky. I would still think by the time it gets over to this side that it won't be. I mean, by the time it gets here, it will be less violent. I'm sorry. I'm checking Juneau because we have a friend that's there. Sorry. I got super quiet. um 3 to 5.6 6-foot waves in Shemya. I don't even know where that is. And 1-foot waves in Alaska. Alrighty, well that's a little unnerving. Usually I'm like, oh yeah, it's no big deal. But geez, that's a good size earthquake. Can nobody hear me? Or can I hear nobody? Nope. Okay. LW's muted. The West Coast should have more than a watch if it's going to be bad. Yeah, they said they moved it to an advisory, so we'll see. We shall see. A little scary, though. I mean, I got nobody on the coast right now, but there's still a lot of people on the coast. And we do have our buddy in Juneau. And I just talked to him 2 days ago, and he was riding a jet ski from Juneau to Petersburg. So I'm hoping he's back from there already. Does anybody know anybody in Hawaii? I do not know anybody in Hawaii. Actually, well, I kind of do, but not enough to call them and see how they're doing, that's for sure. I suppose, though. It's almost 3 hours. We done good. I think we could wrap her up and call it a day. And
Yeah, sorry about that.
you're fine. I was just.
No, I did see. I don't know how true it is. Well, yeah, we'll wrap it up. But I saw a bunch of posts on Twitter. Everybody's mad at Oprah because she has some private road that can lead out to where they can get to higher ground, and she's refusing to open it.
Is that in Hawaii?
Yeah. I don't know how true it is, but anywho, you can go ahead and end it.
I want to see now. Now you got me going on it. Okay, let's look here.
And why wouldn't the local authorities just say, F you?
Yeah,
Oprah?
we're doing it.
That's right.
Get the hell out of the way.
How does one person have that power anyway? If it's true, I don't know.
Well, Hudson Times, Business Today have both said it's true. Um. Yeah, I can't stand that bitch. I don't like her at all. I used to till I started, my eyes started opening to all the bullshit.
Yeah. Jeez. Let me
Yep,
send you this.
58 minutes ago on Instagram. Well, give us something besides Facebook or Instagram.
Oh, geez. Don't send me anything, Instagram.
I don't trust them.
Let's see here. Sent you something on Twitter. When I try to share anything on somebody else's, it doesn't work. I don't know what's wrong with my stuff, but it shows how long her private road is.
Uh-huh.
How can somebody own that much of a road? It looks like that's a long road.
Well, it just amazes me when something like this goes down. They're like, oh, yeah, it's her road.
Yeah.
So what? If, like, okay, for instance, when there was a fire in Idaho and it was on, so my in-laws' property is basically on a hillside that it's right at the end of a hillside that somebody owns that very edge of it. And that's where the fire was on the edge. But to get to that fire, the only way to get to it was through my in-laws' land. Now, they wouldn't have never said no or anything or any of that anyway. But when the fire broke out, they just went up. I mean, the fire department went up through there and just went. They didn't care. The Forest Service went with their trucks too. They went. The gate, was unlocked and away they went. You didn't have a whole lot of time to ask somebody if you could go, can we drive on your property to get over there and save their land? No, you just go. You can beg for forgiveness later. Fuck permission.
Right. Yeah, it looks like it starts by the coast where the warnings are at, and then it heads uphill, and it's about 6 miles long.
Dang.
And people are trying to use that road, and apparently, allegedly.
Yep. Allegedly. We don't know for sure, but all righty.
All right.
Well, we will wrap this up and call it an evening. Are you going to do anything this week, LW, or are you just trying to get back into the groove of stuff?
I'm just going to show up on Friday night. I'm super busy the rest of the week. I don't even know how I'm going to finish everything in the next couple of days, but I'm going to try. That's all you can do is try.
There you go.
Try to catch up.
Yep.
But yeah, I'll be there Friday night on Traveling Fools.
Me too. And I will do my coffee club this week unless somebody says, oh, you got to watch a kid or a dog or a cat or who knows what. No, that won't stop me. But anyway, yes. So thank y'all for hanging out with us. And remember, without you guys, I wouldn't even come here and hang out. Thank you very much. Hope y'all have a great week, and we will see you Friday night. Same place. Well, and also LW's channel and Fools' channel. Don't forget, make sure you go over there, sub them up, like their stuff, and hang out with them. Go to LW's channel a lot and give him watch hours. We're trying to get his watch hours up, whether he likes it or not. And yeah, so we will see you guys on the YouTube streets. Oh, and don't forget, every Sunday night is Traveling Fools Trivia with Friction. I almost called her Fiction. I forgot the hard R. Anyway, thank y'all. Hope you have a great night. Bye.
was bullshit.
Step right up, got tickets on sale. In today's episode, trains coming off the rails. Watch it all burn from the screen on your phone. But don't you worry about it, you're safe at home. Every talking head will tell you everything's fine. It's the blind leading the blind. Yeah, it's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that it's the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on. Well, the world's strongest man just dropped the ball, and the tent's caving in from the weight of it all. Yeah, the lion's out the cage, puppets in a rage, and the ringleader's on parade. It's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that it's the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on.
Come on! Witness the greatest show on earth! Ignore the flames!
It's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through